things.
Oh, Elsie.
Oh, Elsie. Susie!
What?
Will you stop doing things like that?
It's the first time I've done it.
Well, don't do it again.
I dropped my earring, didn't I?
Well, don't drop your earrings. I mean, you could do people damage startling them like that.
Can you find it yet?
Well, it's here somewhere. Yeah, just as I thought, going like the clappers.
Oh, 3 cheers, you're still living.
Call this living, working for flaming Mike Baldwin. Oh, well, a round of toast and a cup of black coffee, I suppose.
It's not my fault you're fat.
I am not fat. I'm just a few pounds over the weight, that's all. And you could lose a few pounds if you moved around a bit. Come on, get this table sided.
But what about her? She eats and all, doesn't she?
She does her share. She does her whack, me lady, I'll tell you. She doesn't sit on the bottom all day reading magazines.
All right, stay where you are. We don't want you blacking out. I'll help till Brian comes as long as she does the washing up.
Oh, she'll do the washing up, else I'll break 'em all over her head.
It's Superman.
I meant what I said, you know, about you doing the washing up, lady.
I heard you.
Hello.
Hello, love.
Oh, don't you look pale? He doesn't.
Oh, come on, she's having yarn.
At least he gets oil on his face from working. You put muck all over you for nothing.
Oh, it's muck now, is it? You borrowing off?
Borrow it, me. I won't be seen dead in it.
Oh, come on, stop it. Save it till tonight. There's an out on television between 8 and 9 tonight. We can all have a nice little row then.
I've had a postcard from my mum.
Oh, that's nice, love.
They're having rotten weather, but they're enjoying themselves. She sends her love. P.S. Love, Gail.
Ah, isn't that nice?
Oh, isn't that nice? Come on if you're coming.
Yeah, right on. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra, love.
Love's young dream. Well, don't look at me like that. You know I'm very old for my years and wise in the ways of men.
Oh!
I'm just thinking about her in 5 years' time, that's all.
I didn't put sugar in. I say I didn't put sugar in. I don't know whether you did.
I did. Oh, no, I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I'm sorry, Emily, I was miles away.
I must remember to bring some more of those tea cakes. They were nice.
Oh, everything's nice. You're ever so good to us, Emily.
Oh, I just wish...
Look, you do enough. Just making life so pleasant for us and feeding us so well, it means... Well, I can't tell you what it means.
Oh, anyone can put food in front of you, and it's no effort to be pleasant with people like you. I just wish I could... I'm sure Ken isn't like that. Not the way you said.
Look, I know he's a friend of yours,
Oh,
Emily.
it's nothing to do with friendship. There are some people you know and some you don't.
Yes, that's what I thought. But you know what they teach you in school? It's always the exception that proves the rule.
Are you sure you didn't mishear what he said? It sounded so callous.
Well, it was callous. He was just looking out for number one. Honestly, Emily, in a lot of ways, I'm older than you.
You think you are.
Look, I'm not bragging about it. I mean, you may learn things as you grow older, but you don't necessarily have to experience them. And when you do, it's not all fun.
Oh, Deirdre, I know that. I've not been in a convent all my life.
No, I know you haven't, love. By heck, I bet you've had your moments.
1 or 2.
You see, you and Ernest were very lucky. You found the right fella. He found the right girl. And it doesn't happen that often. We all think it's happened to us. I mean, I did. I never dreamed for a minute that Ray'd leave me, and I'm sure he never dreamed that I'd let him. But that's what I experienced, and you didn't. And that's probably why you can't understand why Ken Barlow said what he did. Oh, God, if that's him, I don't want to see him.
I don't see
Shell, where? There, it's not in your egg, is it? Eat your soldiers up, darling.
It's the milkman.
Oh.
I don't see it again.
You don't, I know you don't like Shell.
No.
No, Ken Barlow stood in this room and told me that Ray didn't have to name him. All he had to do was cite me for misconduct with an unknown man. Men. Oh, let 'em all come in.
Please, Deirdre.
She doesn't know what we're talking about. And I hope to God she never will.
Well, there's a lot of unhappiness in the world, Rita. You can't just turn your back on it.
We're not talking about a human being. We're talking about a flaming spadger.
It's a living thing. And we don't know it's a sparrow.
Stop correcting me. Where I come from, all birds are spadgers.
Can't be serious for a minute.
I can. It's a living thing, isn't it? Oh, come on, let's be friends.
Oh, just because it doesn't look like you, you're incapable of feeling any sympathy towards it, aren't you? I bet if it was some horrible hooligan lad stuck up your chimney, you'd be on the phone to the army and the police and the fire brigade like as not. But just because it's a poor little innocent bird, never done any harm to anyone.
You're right, you're right. We've got to do something.
Oh, well, will you have a word with Mr. Fairclough then about my idea?
Right. You're a right little actress, aren't you? 1 minute you're striking your eyes out and next you're coming in.
It's the only way, Rita. If we can just knock a few bricks out of the chimney breast, we'll be able to reach it. Mr. Scott said so, the man from the RSPCA, because he knows exactly where it is, but, I mean, he couldn't go knocking holes in people's walls, could he? It's not his property.
It's not yours either, or mine for that matter.
But it is your husband.
Oh, you know me, Mavis, and my big gob. I'll say, we could knock a few bricks out of that chimney breast and rescue that bird that's trapped in Mavis's flat, and he'd say no, and that'd be the end of it. What you really need is somebody to cajole him like, talk him round. You know, like you did with me. All that stuff about it being a living thing and hooligan lads trapped in chimney. No, leave that stuff out about hooligan lads trapped. He'd leave them bricked up.
Well, you know I can't do it.
Well, find somebody who can. Somebody with a way with words. Like him.
You what?
See, Well's full of them.
Full of what?
Birds, Stan. Trapped behind chimney breasts. Horrible life.
Where's this?
In her flat.
A woman stuck up a chimney?
Not a woman, Stan. A bird. One of them that does that.
Oh, one of them.
Yeah, one of them. If it had been one of your sort, you'd have been up there by now, wouldn't you? Battering all in wall with your wash leather.
How long's it been there?
Long enough.
It'll have snuffed it by now. Gives me facts, will you?
It has not snuffed it. It's still alive.
Don't worry, it'll be dead by morning.
There's sensitivity for you. And here's another cast in the same mould, aren't you, Chuck?
Has Eddie Yates been in?
Not clapped eyes on him. Oh, hey, listen, before you go, love, have a word with Mavis. I'm just off at the wholesalers. Taking Betty. She wants to buy something on our ticket. See ya.
Mr. Fairclough, about that bird that's trapped in my chimney breast. Well, apparently the only way to get it is to take some bricks out.
That's the end of that, then, isn't it?
Well, I'd be willing to pay for it.
Will you also be willing to redecorate the wall?
If necessary, yes.
It will be necessary, yeah. Still, if you want to go mad, you go mad. I'll dock it out of your wages, eh? I'll send Eddie Yates round. Catch if I can find the so-and-so.
Morning.
Morning. Morning.
Oh, there she was, waiting at the church.
I'm always punctual, me. Right, ready when you are, love.
Hang on a minute, Betty.
Please, I must talk to you.
Ken, you've talked to me. It's over.
Please.
Look, if there was ever anything between us, which I'm beginning to doubt, it's over.
Morning.
Morning. Look, Ken, will you just leave me alone, please?
The RSPCA bloke reckons it's round about here. So if you just knock out about 3 or 4 bricks, you should have cracked it. Unless, of course, it happens to be an eagle. Or a flipping albatross. Knowing you, it's a flipping albatross.
Yeah, well, I'll just do me Michelangelo on it. Nice and easy with the hammer and chisel. If it's not too big a hole, I'll plaster it up, stick a bit of paper on. You could stick a picture there.
Well, that'd be cheaper.
You've got to buy a picture, though, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to go through with this, are you?
Yes, if it's not too much trouble.
All right. Get on with it.
You will be careful, Eddie, though, won't you? Well, I mean, it'd be a shame if after all this you went and dropped a brick on it.
I'll tell you what, Mavis. You have a word with it, tell it to stand well back. Unless it's desperate. If it's desperate, tell it to start pecking and we should meet just about in the middle.
Oh, it'll come back to me in a minute. I thought I seen Eddie Yates coming here.
You did. We've cut him up. He's in freezer. We do that every so often. You know when we run short. Do you remember Billy Walker? Went down a treat.
Packet of envelopes, please.
1 packet of envelopes.
I see you haven't got a chair in here like Roberts have in their shop.
Hey, no, love. If we got a chair, folk could come in here, sit down and make themselves comfortable.
Well, of course they would. I mean, that's what chairs are for.
And that's why we haven't got one. Hey, don't go. Want a word with you. That be all, Hilda. 1 packet of envelopes.
You know, I'm amazed you have any customers.
You'd be amazed at some we do have.
come on, I'm late as it is.
Let her get out at road. I just thought you'd like to know the trouble you're causing. Might make you feel a bit better.
What are you on about?
That friendly little tip you gave Ray about Ken Barlow.
Oh, don't start that again. I've said I'm sorry, all right?
No, not right. Because it's coming home to roost. You know what we've got now? Ken and Deirdre at each other's throats.
It's a rough world.
Who for? Your pal Ray? Is he having it rough?
Yes, he is, as a matter of fact.
You know something, don't you?
If I did, I wouldn't tell you. Anyway, I'm late as it is.
Oh, no, you're not. You're staying here and you're listening to me. I'm not exactly Deirdre's best friend. Never have been. But I like the way she's behaving. She's had it rough, she's got a kid to bring up, and she's hiding it like a good un. Well, unlike you, Fairclough, I've a pretty good idea of what she's going through. I knew she'd never make it with Billy Walker, but I just thought Ken might bring her a bit of peace. And now all that's blown up in her face. So, if she's anything going for her...
I know you. If I told you anything, you'd be straight round there.
As fast as my legs would carry me. If it's to her advantage, I'll tell her anything. She needs something, Len. And incidentally, this could be your chance to balance the books.
He's got this girl in Holland.
And she's having a baby.
Ray's.
Yes. That's why he wants a quick divorce, so he can marry her. I just don't know what to say. Well, I don't expect to thank you after a message like that. Hey, come on, kid. Come on.
Funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, always has been, Stan. It always has been. First time I heard that, I nearly fell out my pram. Large scotch, please, darling.
Hang on a minute, I rushed off my feet. There you go, baby.
Where is everybody the other side of the bar?
Oh, you might well ask. Fred's on his holidays. Bet's having the day off. And Mrs. Walker's taken to her bed with a migraine attack. Shan't get me dinner, you know, till the close.
Well, can I do anything to help? I'm only twiddling my thumbs.
Oh, bless you for offering, love it. I don't think we'd better interfere.
No.
You know what she's like.
Wait, where's my scotch, then?
I'm coming.
Well, what's the matter, then? Where is it?
There you are. Daddy.
You know, you could have used your head and saved your feet there. If you'd have picked up my scotch when you were at the till, you could have dropped it off on the way through. Time and motion, they call that.
Yes, well, I haven't the time and there's not a lot of motion left now. What was it you wanted? A double scotch?
Hang on a minute. I suppose you're in the market for another one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. And whatever he's pouring down his bottomless pit, and there's the money, my love.
Thank you.
Get the change at the same time. You see, I'm on your side.
Hey, I'll tell Hilda about the bottomless pit. It'll give her a laugh.
You know, Stan, if you'd have lived a couple of 100 years ago, you'd have been a dab hand as a court jester.
You reckon?
Yeah, jumping around, waving your balloon, telling your corny jokes, selling your immortal soul for a goblet of mead.
I tried meat once on holiday in Wales. Didn't like it.
Yeah, well, tell her. You're boring me to tears. Morning, Squire.
Hello, mate.
Get your little problem sorted out. So,
Thank you.
Not so as you notice.
well, nothing's easy, is it? Do you mind if I stand over here? I feel more at home than I do over there. You know, you look how I feel.
And how do you feel?
As if I'm the only one in step. As if I'm going left, right, and the rest of the world is going right, left, right, left. Do you ever feel like that?
Sometimes, yeah. Except that I'm the only one out of step.
Oh, never think that, son. Never. No. As long as you're going one way and the rest of humanity's going the other, you're the one that's right. Always. Without any exception. Nice talking to you. You know, you're depressing me.
Hey, Farrell.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Sharples.
You look as though you've got the worries of the world on your shoulders.
Just a problem.
Oh, drink your beer. Problems have got a habit of picking up their skirts and running away.
Yes. Yes, they have, haven't they?
How are you getting on, Eddie?
Fine, Mavis. How are you?
Oh, fine. You know Mr. Scott, don't you?
Oh, hello, boss. We'll soon have your little friend at a cell block 9.
Oh, good. It's not surprising you're a bird lover with your name, Mavis. The thrush.
Oh.
I had that when I was a kid in the pool. You get little white furry spots on your tongue.
Pardon?
Thrush. You get these furry spots in your mouth, you know.
No, it meant thrush, the bird.
Oh, them. Oh, we don't get many of them down Scotty Road.
I should think that hole's big enough.
Do you reckon? Only I've only got short arms, you know.
Well, perhaps I could try.
Oh, all right.
Do you mind if I take my shirt off?
No, not at all.
Seen it all before, haven't we, Mavis?
Oh, well.
No, it's just that I can reach farther if I take my shirt off.
Cute.
Well, here we go, Mavis. Exciting, isn't it? What do you reckon? 5 to 2, it's a parrot.
Easy, easy. Got him. Easy, easy, easy. You won your bet. Well, strictly speaking, it's a parakeet, but they're all the same family. It's a budgie.
Budgie?
How did a budgie get in there?
Oh, you'll be surprised what these fellas get to.
So you're the little devil, eh, that's kept Uncle Eddie from his lunch?
Oh, haven't you had any lunch yet? Well, I'll be having mine in a minute when Rita gets back. You're very welcome to stay.
Oh.
If you'd like to stay as well, Mr. Scott, I've got plenty of food.
Oh, thank you. The bathroom?
Yes, it's through there.
Thanks.
Oh, look. Isn't it marvellous the way I just reached in and rescued it?
Earth-shattering. In fact, I haven't seen anything as earth-shattering as that since Krakatoa.
Will I be able to keep it?
Well, if it's all right, I could leave it and call back tomorrow to check it's still okay.
Oh, well, that would be very kind. Isn't it nice?
Isn't he just? And clever and all. It's called copping 2 birds with 1 brick.
Oh, Eddie, please.
What time is it?
5:30.
Oh, well, stick the grill on then, will you?
Right.
Oh. Ooh, that's better.
You know, I don't know what it is about those machines, but it takes it out of you just sitting down at them.
Oh, it's a job, love. Be thankful. Who's going to put the kettle on?
How about Lady Vitality over here?
Good idea. Put the kettle on, will you, love?
All right. Oh, did you walk her back from work?
Yes.
Oh, there's a good boy.
Girl said it was all right to come for my tea.
Yes, it is, love. Do you like sausages?
Yeah, great. I love them.
Well, hang on. Don't go mad about them, because we haven't got that many. Open another packet of mash, will you, love?
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
It's all right, I'll go.
Did we pay the milkman this morning?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Suppose you want one too?
Yeah.
Mr. Baldwin.
Before you speak, you're not stopping for your tea.
No intention of staying for tea. I've just been going through the Pearson order. There's more duff stuff than I thought. So get in an hour early and sort it out, will you?
I beg your pardon?
I said get in an hour earlier in the morning and sort out the Pearson order.
In case it's escaped your notice, this is a private house and it belongs to me.
Now, look, I haven't come here to have
Look,
an
you're
apple.
talking about business, and I have finished.
Well, I haven't finished.
No, well, you're the boss, aren't you? You get the profits.
Now, look, don't give me all that. Just do as you're told, will you? I want all the substandard stuff in one pile and the good stuff in another, and I want it by 9 o'clock, OK? Enjoy your tea.
Hey, that's a bit cheeky, wasn't it? Is he always like that?
Yes, well, he'll not speak to me that way again, I can tell you.
You can't come in here saying things like that.
He just did. I tell you, he needs a woman's touch.
Yeah, and the way he's going, he'll very likely get one.
As if I've never been gone. Last scotch, please.
Right.
Been here since dinner time, have you?
I've been working and come back, haven't I?
Oh, yeah. Worn you out a bit, has it?
I'm going to drink before me tea.
Hello. All the alcoholics are in tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, have one yourself.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, I never expected a roll of drums.
Well, you're not going to get one.
What's up with you?
What's up with me? He comes in here like a bear with a sore head twice in one day and asks what's up with me. We are human, you know. I mean, just because we work behind this bar, it doesn't mean to say we've got to be treated like dish rags.
You're not human, you're a woman. It's a good try, but you're not human.
Sure.
I don't know. Want to buy a factory? Go on, make us a reasonable offer and you can have it. It's yours. Pay over 200 years.
Disillusionment setting in, is it?
Well, I don't know. You're a clever fella, aren't you? Come and tell us, what is it with women? Go on, tell me, what is it, eh?
I'm not that clever.
I don't know. What is it that bloke sang in Camelot? How to handle a woman? He wants to be over there and try and handle my lot. Want it always. They want a fella's pay, right? But they don't want a fella's responsibility, right? They're all as strong as oxes. Ask them to move a bale of cord and what happens?
Oh, I can't do that. It's too heavy for me. Oh, you'll have to get one of the
Excuse me,
drivers
Mike.
to do that.
I just remembered a call I've got to make.
Oh.
Oh, Ken, please.
Now, don't shut the door. I want to talk to you, and I'd rather do it inside.
Look, what is there to say?
There's a lot to say. Is Emily in?
No, you're all right. There'll be no witnesses.
Look, just what did you expect from me last night?
More than I got.
Are you looking for some kind of Superman? Some kind of knight in shining armour? Because if you were, you better keep looking. Now, look, the minute I said what I said last night, the minute the words came out of my mouth, I knew they were wrong. I also knew what your reaction was going to be. But I couldn't stop myself. I mean, that's the way we are. Now, believe me, Deirdre, when you told me that Ray knew about us, I was frightened to death. And okay, I know I acted out of self-preservation.
You weren't thinking about me.
I know, I admit it. I was thinking about myself and my good name. But that's over. The self-preservation is over, and the fear is over. If Ray wants to sight me, then let him sight me.
Oh, you've not been talking to Len, have you?
No, I've heard nothing from Len. Anyway, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about us. Now, the minute I got outside last night, the thought of losing my good name became unimportant. But the thought of losing you became unbearable. That's all I've got to say. I can't change. And I want you.
Hey, we've got to be sensible about this.
Oh, can we start talking again now, then? Sensibly. Oh, that's as good a place to start as any.
I wouldn't care. I'm not all that wonderful myself.
What you got planned for today, then, besides sitting on your fat behind?
Take a bit to pick a winner. All these bank holiday meetings.
Look, I'm having to work. I don't see why you shouldn't and all. Get your snout out of that paper and off on your round.
What's the use? There'll be nobody in to pay.
Well, you can shove a note through the door saying you've been and call and collect next week, can't you?
Ah, bank holiday. Serves me right. I should got a job in a bank.
And clear these pots and all. I'm late now and it's double time today.
Yes, Chuck, certainly, Chuck. Anything you say, Chuck.
Hello. Now, just look what nice Mrs. Hall's brought for you. She brought you some toys to play with. They used to belong to her, but you won't mind that, will you? Who's my pretty birdie then, eh? Who's my pretty little Harry? Now, just a minute. You mustn't come out because we don't want you to get stuck behind a nasty chimney again, do we? Now, look. There's a nice little bell for you. And here's a little ladder for you to play with. It's got a little bell on as well. Isn't that lovely? Oh, and look, here's a lovely mirror. Now, Mrs. Hall said that her little birdie used to talk to itself in that. Wasn't that clever, eh? Now, come on, have a little walk up your ladder. Oh, well, you're still a bit shocked, aren't you? Never mind. Never mind, you're going to be all right now because your Auntie Mavis is going to look after you. She is, yes. And won't that nice man from the RSPCA be pleased when he sees how beautiful you're looking? Yes.
Hey, where's her ladyship?
Making a brew for us. She does on bank holidays. It's her version of Maundy Money.
Has she been asking where I am?
Has she, Fred?
No.
Oh, that's a flipping miracle.
Don't tell her, move quick.
Like a rabbit.
Yeah, she's always late.
Well, more waste, less speed. Eh?
Very true, that.
Coffee is ready, people. And though I say it myself, it smells absolutely delicious.
Morning, Mrs. Walker.
And where have you been?
We're doing the toilets, that's what I've been. That right, Bet?
Well, you've been in the toilets, Hilda, that's a fact.
An invertible fact, actually.
Bet, Fred, your coffee will be getting cold.
Well, in the for me. I drink coffee and all, you know. I'm not a fish who don't live off water. Hey, Mrs. Walker.
How's about a cup of them?
Ron, now they're in person.
And not a motion picture.
Oh, what you doing here? You haven't lost your job, have you?
Not on you, Nellie. You know us people who live by the seaside, we flee for our lives on bank holidays. Where is everybody?
Everybody important is right here, aren't I? No, Elsie's gone for fags and things, and boy, will she be surprised to see you.
I dare say.
Well, come on, sit down and tell me about yourself.
Oh, where's Gail?
Oh, off out with Loverboy, Brian, you know.
Oh, I hear they got engaged. Elsie mentioned it in a letter.
It has been on and off like a flaming light switch. At the moment, like a pair of lovesick penguins pecking away at each other. It's pathetic.
You're looking great, you know that? How's the modelling? You know, I've been clocking page 3 every day looking out for you.
You won't believe this, but I'm working across at Baldwin's Funhouse.
Making trousers, you're right, I don't believe it.
Don't you laugh. Making jeans comes under the heading of ambition over there. Well, enough about me. What about you? You're looking smashing.
Oh, I'm not bad for an old fellow with most of his future behind him.
Oh, do us a favour. What are you doing here?
Like I said, fleeing the dreaded trippers.
Ron?
Oh, no, actually, my boss is away for a while now. He doesn't mind if I use the car, so I thought I'd run up and visit a few old friends.
Old friends, eh?
That's right.
Now, my little darlings, what's your pleasure?
Hey, you want to be careful. I might be telling you it could be very tantalising.
Well, I'm always ready to oblige, you know.
Well, get us 2 gin and tonics to be going on with.
Well, that's not very tantalising. Can you do what better than that?
I think that's about as much as you can handle at the moment, Fred.
Without getting a flush on.
Well, that's not what 1 or 2 say, you believe me.
Yeah, choke.
Salo, are you doing up today?
No. Are you?
Do I ever, kid? Holidays. I've left him in bed, you know, but there till tea time.
Aye. That's what I think I do. I think I'll go home and go to bed for the rest of the afternoon.
We could really have gone flat out today, you know.
Yeah, but...
You'll have to get the big whip out tomorrow if you want to catch up on that order.
Yeah, but if you rush them, the work suffers. I found that out.
Yeah, well, that's where Elsie comes in, isn't it? She should be coaxing the girls to pull their fingers out. Only she's not been doing her job very well recently, has she?
Oh, come on, Mike. You're being a bit hard on Elsie, you know. You've bawled her out 2 or 3 times lately, and she is doing her best. If you don't mind me saying so, I don't think you get the best work out of people that way.
Trying to teach me how to run my business.
No, but...
Well, let me tell you something. It's 2 years this week since I took you on wet behind the ears as a van man, remember that? So you've got a lot to learn before you try teaching me how to suck eggs.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
Yeah, well, Elsie's far too lenient with her girls. We don't want an action replay of the Chadwick pantomime, do we?
Oh, no, but no...
No, exactly right. So what you've got to do is...
Oh, Stanley. Can I get your drink?
Can't very much. I'll have a pint.
Did you hear that?
Loud and clear.
You're not working today, are you?
Well, I am and I'm not, you know.
Oh, it means it depends whether Hilda's watching or not.
No, it doesn't. I promised some of my regulars I wouldn't let them down.
Stanley, if there were more people like you about, this country would not be in the mess it's in.
You know, I've been saying that for years.
Holiday or no holiday, the job's got to go on. That's my motto.
I don't know what's the matter with me today. I'm not myself.
Oh, you get like that at your age.
What about your age?
I'm not as old as you. What's up with you?
It's my left leg. My left leg, it hurts.
Like I say, it's your age.
Oh, don't talk such rubbish. My right leg's same age, and that's not hurting.
Wouldn't have anything to do with the fact that it's your turn to order drinks at the bar, would it?
No, it wouldn't. All seems to happen when our Ken's away.
Where's he gone?
Gonna see twins.
Oh. Left Deirdre, has he?
Well, she's gone down to her mother's for the holidays.
Oh, that surprises me.
What about?
I thought she'd have taken him with her.
Oh, why should she? They're not but friends, you know.
Oh, is that what you call it?
Half a mile and a milk stout, Fred.
Right, Albert, but hey, as long as you don't start using that Irish money again, eh? Think on.
You're not still trying to change that Irish coin, are you?
I am that. And I will, don't you worry.
Ta, love. So, Elsie, word in your shell, like, watch out for Mike tomorrow. He's on the warpath again.
What were all that about?
Just a few friendly words of advice from Steve.
It's got it in for you lately, Baldwin, hasn't it?
He can say that again.
Excuse me. Here. Where have you been? I've been looking all over for you.
Well, I've been working like you said, haven't I?
Only at work you've done putting bets on. Any road. Come on home, I've got something to show you.
What?
Never mind what. Come on home when I tell you.
Same limit, isn't it? What's my pint, will you?
Hey, she's feeling a bit fruity.
No, that was a week last Tuesday.
And then, do you remember when Gail's mum turned up at the engagement party? Wasn't she a riot? I thought Fred was coming out with sockets, his eyes, and I thought Rita was going to kill Len.
Yeah, but did Len really fancy her?
Well, everybody did, didn't they?
Yeah, well, do you think I might get a chance to meet her again?
You have got enough on your plate, mate. Quick, she's here, hide.
Where?
In the kitchen, quickly.
I think nought to bank holidays unless you go flying off somewhere. Oh, I wish we had a garden, you know, with a lawn and umbrellas and pots of tea and cucumber sandwiches every couple of hours.
Well, we've got a backyard. Shall I take this chair out?
Yeah, well, that just about flaming well sums it up, doesn't it?
Oh, we are feeling sorry for ourselves, aren't we?
Well,
do you ever regret not going to Torquay with Ron Mather? I mean, right now, you'd be on the beach, dipping your tootsies in the briny, getting all the ozone.
yeah, well, I do think about it every now and again, yeah.
Do you now?
Well, I said, didn't I?
No, but do you miss him? Think about him.
Yeah, I do. But the tide's gone out. Long since.
I've news for you. The tide's come back in again, lady.
Eh?
All ashore, let's go in the shore.
Ron! Oh, Ron! Oh, it's smashing to see you. Oh, hey, just a minute. Where do you spring
I
from?
just arrived in a puff of smoke when I heard you were pining after me.
Oh, Ron, it's lovely to see you, and I really mean it. Oh, smashing kid. Oh,
similar.
tell me
You
all
look great.
about
You look
my
great,
room,
honestly.
will
You
you?
look great.
What's all the mystery? Why couldn't you tell me in Rovers? I've got a pint going flat.
Shut up and look at this. Look what I found.
That's a ring.
Well, I know that, you great gawk. But it's gold, is that? And that stone there's a diamond.
Hey, that could be worth a fortune.
Just what I thought. Beautiful, isn't it?
Thanks, Elsie. That was great.
Who cooks for you in Torquay?
I do. I know 101 ways to boil an egg already.
Ah, well, you don't look so bad in it, do you?
Oh, I'm not complaining. I've got the coach house all to myself now, you know. I wish you could see it.
Don't you, get lonely there all by yourself?
Don't call it lonely. I call it privacy. I like a bit of peace, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Elsie, tell me something.
What's eating you?
I'm sorry, love, you come all this way and I've got a face like a wet week. Oh, it's the usual. Trouble with the boss. It does happen, you know.
Not today, it doesn't, because today is a holiday and Uncle Ron is back in town. And I'm going to cheer you up if I have to hire a whole Irish pipe band and dance a striptease jig on the bar of the Rovers.
What a good idea.
You see, you got better already.
Oh, you were always good for me, weren't you?
45, 50, £1. Thank you. Ta-ra. Now then,
Have you got a Gazette?
you're very lucky. Just got one left.
Right, well, I'll take it then. Although there's never any news in it, not always bank holiday. No, but pictures of kids sucking ice cream and lasses with no tongue riding ponies.
You should be so lucky.
Yeah.
Hey!
What?
This isn't English, it's Irish.
Right, so it is. That Fred G at Rovers, he must have worked it on me at dinner time. Well, you're going to take it, aren't you?
No. Foreign currency department's closed today.
Oh, blooming heck.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, you from Sally Army? Because if you come in here for money, you'll be unlucky.
It's just local colour, love. Take the notice. Mavis, you've got a visitor.
All right, Rich, you've no need to shout. Oh, hello.
Hello, I thought I'd come and see how the budgie was.
Not to mention Florence Nightingale.
Oh, he's fine. He's really fine.
He? Are you sure about that?
Well, she then.
I usually stick to it. Where budgies are concerned, it's safest.
Oh, yes, definitely. Do you know what she's called it? Harry. Isn't that sweet?
Would you like to see it?
Yes, if it's not too much trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble. No trouble at all, is it, Mavis?
Well, you better come up then, please.
Give my love to little Harry.
Hello, little fella. Oh, my, don't you look well? Could do with you in the unit.
Oh, well, I haven't done anything particularly. I've just fed him. Oh, is it very difficult to tell the difference, you know, male and female?
Not really. It is a he.
Oh, how can you tell?
The males have this bright blue bit over their beaks. Can you see it? It's much duller in the females and often brown.
Oh, yes. Isn't it easy when you know?
And unlike humans, the males are better at talking than the females.
Oh, we're not all chatterboxes, you know.
No, of course not.
Oh, I've become quite fond of him.
I can see that. All those playthings.
Oh, well, they were a present from a customer.
Well, there've been no reports of him being lost, so chances are you'll be able to keep him. That's if you want to, of course.
I do, definitely. Oh, it's surprising what good company they are. You know, a little thing like that. I suppose it's because they're so bright and cheerful. They sort of cheer you up, especially when you live on your own.
You live here on your own, then, do you?
Yes.
It's funny, I'd have thought you were married.
Me? No. Well, not yet, anyway. Are you married?
No, I lost my wife.
Oh, I am sorry.
Oh, it's been 6 years now. But I've got a couple of kids. Well, teenagers.
They'll keep you busy.
They need watching.
Yeah.
Well, no need to worry about him. He's certainly fallen on his feet.
Well, it's very kind of you to say so.
I mean it.
Could be worth hundreds at least.
Ah, if it is a diamond, not a lump of glass.
Oh, some people are pig ignorant, aren't they? Look, it's gold, is that? I mean, you can see the mark plain as the conch on your face. Now, they're not going to go shoving lumps of glass in gold rings, are they? Wouldn't make sense.
No, I suppose it wouldn't.
How's him? How's me best friends, then?
You mean your only friends?
Now then, Mrs. O, don't be hateful. What have you got there?
You mind your own business.
All right, be like that.
What's it worth, then?
Well, how can I tell if I can't see it?
Show him.
Well, what's he know about rings?
You'd be surprised what you pick up in Her Majesty's hotels. Come on, give us a shufty. Hey, if that's a diamond, you can book your holidays in the Emerald Islands right away. That's if it's yours, of course.
Is it a diamond?
Well, it's easy to find out, isn't it? If it's a diamond, it'll cut glass, won't it?
I reckon so, yeah.
Right, hang about.
Look what you done to me photo, you great nit.
Never mind the photo. It's a diamond.
No doubt about it. Where'd you nick this?
I didn't nick it.
She found it in Rovers.
What do you want to go and tell him that for?
Well, you did find it in Rovers.
This is gold, this, definitely. Do you know you've got a very valuable property here, Mrs. O? Do you want me to nip it round to a mate of mine in the trade, get it valued properly, like?
Give it back here, Eddie Yates. You're not nipping round nowhere with it.
What are you insinuating? You're not insinuating you don't trust me, are you?
Trust you? I wouldn't trust you with yesterday's paper.
You do me an injustice there, Mrs. O. I might be ready to make a quick fiver, but I'm as honest as the next man. Oh, next but one.
Well, there might be some folk as believe that, but I don't know any.
Come to that. What are you doing with a 500 quid sparkler? Tell me that.
Well, when I first found it, I thought it was a kid's thing, like costume jewellery, you know.
Didn't hand it in, though, did you?
Well, who to? We don't know whose it is, do we?
To Annie Walker. It's on her premises, wasn't it?
I wouldn't hand it in to her. She'd only keep it if it wasn't claimed. Same goes for Bet Lynch and Fred.
Hey, well, if it's not claimed, finders keepers. Anybody knows that. We can flog it. Have a good blowout.
Hey, couldn't we, though?
Here, you're not in on this. No, if somebody does say they've lost it, Well, I'm giving it back. I'm not doing naught dishonest.
Well, it might have been in the Rovers a long time, and whoever lost it daren't say they lost it because they shouldn't have it in the first place. That's possible, isn't it?
That is a very bright observation, that, Stanley. Do you know you could have a genius in the family here, Mrs. O, and not know about it? After all, how many customers are there in the Rovers sporting £1,000 diamond knuckle dusters, eh? Tell me that. Legitimate ones, anyway.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I'll make some enquiries in the Rovers, shall I? Oh, discreet like, you know, not letting on.
If it's not asked for and not claimed, it's ours, isn't it?
Mine, Stanley, not ours. If it was mine, I could wear it, couldn't I? It's a perfect fit and all. Might have been made for me.
Ta-da! Blimey, O'Reilly, look who's here.
Mr. Mather, how nice to see you.
Mrs. Walker, Bet, Fred.
Hey, you're a sight for sore eyes, eh, Elsie?
Yes, you could say that, I suppose.
Are you back for good?
Oh, no, just visiting, I'm afraid.
Oh, you couldn't keep away. Come on, admit it.
I admit it. I've far too many attractions round here, far too many.
Oh, I've missed you. Do you know that?
Get out, girl.
Excuse me.
I hate to disappoint you, but I'm only here for the beer.
Well, that's the first time I've heard you called a pint. Mind you, I've heard you called a few things in my time.
Well, you can call me anything you like. Call me early, for I'm to be queen of me.
Okay, what's everybody having?
I thought you never asked.
Me neither.
Nothing changes.
No.
Who wants a change?
We've got a dark, handsome stranger in our midst again, Mrs. Sharples.
So I see.
You know, I never cease to marvel at the number of times she manages to get a bite at the cherry.
Especially as we haven't had so many ourselves.
It must be very rewarding rescuing helpless little animals.
Well, yes, we get some funny cases, though. I was out at a house only the other day. There was a 5-foot snake, got through a hole in the skirting and wouldn't come out from under the floorboards.
Oh, whatever did you do?
Well, the owner said it hadn't eaten for days. All living things get dangerous when they're hungry, you know. So I gave it a sniff of chloroform, lifted the floorboards and got it out.
Oh, I bet the owner were very grateful.
His dog wasn't. Bit me just as I was leaving.
Sorry to interrupt, but I need your body down here. Don't want to be a spoilsport or anything.
I'm coming.
She enjoys pulling your leg, doesn't
If
she?
you can call it that.
Just in fun, though.
Oh, yeah, we're very good friends, actually.
Yeah, well, it was time I was off anyway. Duty calls and all that. Thanks for the tea.
It's been a pleasure.
I was wondering,
Yes.
I could repaper the chimney breast for you if you like.
Oh, no, really. I couldn't possibly. Well, thank you very much. But...
Well, I'm a dab hand at decorating.
Are you?
In fact, I enjoy it.
Oh, really?
Well, it wouldn't take more than an hour or two, and I could slip along any time. If you get the paper.
Well, I've already ordered it, actually.
Well, that's settled then.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Harry.
I'll see you down.
Oh, nothing changes. Like I said in the pub.
Oh, just a bit more water under the bridge, that's all.
Oh, any new fish in that water?
Not a bite. Not even a nibble.
Tell me something, Elsie. What made you change your mind that time at the last minute about coming with me to Torquay?
Oh, I just couldn't risk burning my bridges.
Why not?
Didn't want to burn my fingers.
Tell the truth, Elsie. Are you happy here?
You picked a rotten time to ask me that, haven't you?
Why's that?
Well, Gail's leaving soon, and it'll be like losing a daughter. And there's all that trouble at the mill, all that fun and games with Mike Baldwin. What about you? You glad you went?
I haven't regretted going for 1 minute. The only thing I regret is that you didn't come with me. You'd love it in Torquay, Elsie. By the way, the offer's still open.
Well, thanks, but... Well, I'm a bit like the design on the wallpaper now.
Maybe you could do with a bit of redecorating.
Makes a lot of mess.
Yeah, but 'twould be worth it in the end.
Stan! Hey, Stan!
What's up? It's only just
need me sleep. I'm getting on in years.
Here, come and give us hands with this ring.
What's up with it?
Well, I can't get it off. It's stuck.
Well, you can't wear that in the Rovers.
Well, I know I can't. Go and fetch us the soap.
If you didn't admire yourself so much, it wouldn't get stuck, would it?
Well, can you blame me? I've married myself in it. I think it was about 6 when I first started dreaming about having my fingers dripping in diamonds.
It's only one, not a dozen.
Well, I know, but it still makes me feel like a pampered doll. Instead of somebody what all the nicer things in a woman's life have passed by on the other side of the road.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Try that.
Oh! Oh, that's it. Knows where it likes being, though, doesn't
The
it?
question is, where's it been before you found it?
Well, with somebody who didn't care much about it, that's for sure. Else there'd have been a hue and cry by now.
There might have been a hue and cry, and you don't know.
Well, nobody said anything to me about a missing ring.
Have you asked in the Rose?
No. Do you want me to?
Well...
Do you, Eckers, like? You can see 12 months' booze in there if we flog it.
Well, if you can't wear it...
Well, we'll have to ask, won't we? It's only honest.
Maybe that somebody lost it, like just left the country.
Oh, aye. Yeah, we get a lot of rich foreigners passing through the Rovers, don't we? No, I'll have to ask. Break my heart to part with it, though.
Break mine and all.
Bob?
Nothing.
Boo! Oh, Rita, I wish you'd stop playing such childish tricks.
Well, I am a child at heart. Keeps me young. Either that or a facelift. I see.
And what do you see?
I see a flat that positively sparkles with cleanliness and tidiness, and a Mavis that runs it a close second. Except I can't tell whether she got a clean face or not with all that gunge on it.
Well, I've just been freshening up, that's all. Like I often do in the middle of the morning when I've been up early doing the papers.
Don't usually take half an hour over it.
Oh, have you been timing me? Well, I think that's pathetic. You must have a very uninteresting life of your own.
I have. Work, eat, sex. Day after rotten day. Very boring. That's why I'm so fascinated by your little adventure.
What little adventure? Go on, what little adventure? You can't tell me, can you? Because there is none.
Mavis.
Yes?
Why don't you play hard to get just for once?
Pardon?
Instead of leaping on back of every fellow what so much as stops for you to zebra crossing, why don't you play it cool, stand aloof, let them do the chasing?
Well, what particular fella am I supposed to be leaping on at the moment?
You know very well. Trapper Dant, RSPCA man. Any chance of you popping in here today?
Oh, look, Rita, I've no idea. And if I had, you'd be the last person I should impart that information to, because you'd only make a joke of it. A joke in very bad taste, as is your wont.
Have I got a shiny nose or something, Hilda?
Eh?
Well, you keep looking at me.
Oh, do I? I didn't realise I was.
I feel fit this morning, Lynch. Just like I could put a gleam into the eye of some good woman, you know.
Well, don't look at me, love. I'm getting enough funny looks from Hilda.
She has been acting a bit queer, I've noticed.
She just keeps looking at me and asking me if I've lost something.
Have you?
No, not lately.
Cheeky. What's up? Is she going a bit dull-alley like?
She's bound to be under a lot of strain living with Stan.
Ah, he keeps wanting to tie her up.
Oh, is that right?
Right, who's looking at you now, then?
I'd say you're all right, Hilda, love. I mean, you're not sickening for out like.
I'm all right, I'm fine.
Oh, glad to hear it. Seems all right.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not something you'd want folk to know about, is it?
What time did Mrs. Walker say she'd be back?
Sometime after dinner.
Oh, late as that.
That's the second time she's asked that this morning.
Oh, hey! I found a 2p.
Don't bother handing it into police station, Hilda. You can have that for your honesty.
Oh, thanks.
There's something funny going on with that woman around the lamppost.
Lamppost? Oh, no, Lynch. That's one thing you are not. Definitely not.
Down, Fred, or I'll chuck a bucket of water over you again.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
I saw you crossing the street, but no Elsie.
Oh, no, she's having a powwow with Steve and Mike. Another one.
Oh, not more trouble at mill.
Oh, the usual, you know. Work not up to scratch. Some of the girls with troubles at home, money worries. But Elsie always seems to have to carry the can.
And Mr. Baldwin delights in reminding her.
You don't like Mike Baldwin, do you?
Not a whole heap, no. Too fly for my taste.
Ah, he's all right. It's only an act, you know.
Nice people don't act fly, though. At least not the ones I've known.
I act fly sometimes.
So, you'd be better able to understand Mr. Baldwin then, wouldn't you?
That is too clever for me on an empty stomach. You stopping for a cup of tea?
No, no. Tell Elsie I'll see her in the Rovers later. She'll need a drink.
Very possibly. Ron?
Yeah?
You couldn't get me a job in Torquay, could you?
Why not? The more the merrier.
Some hopes.
There you go.
Now remember, no hard feelings, eh? It's not here anyway. Any rows we have at work, we leave them there, all right?
What about you the other night, shouting the odds in my house?
Ah, yeah, well, that was, what's the word?
An aberration?
Right. Never to be repeated.
Definitely not.
Cheers.
Cheers. Do you mind if I go and sit down? I've been on my feet all day.
Be my guest. Let me know when you want a refill.
Sure.
No, I reckon the job might be getting too much for her.
Oh, come on, Mike. You've had her jumping through hoops this morning.
That's what I mean. Not easy at her age, is it?
Oh, you can be a right so-and-so when it suits you, can't you?
One of the perks of the job, Stephen. Remember that. And also one of the essentials. Remember it.
Oh, God, not something else I've got to remember.
Ah, there you are.
Yes, at the invitation of my boss.
I hear you two have had another Barney.
I don't mind drinking with him, especially if he's paying.
Oh, that's my girl. We'll make an Irishman out of you yet. Listen, I'm going to give us up a pint.
Yes, sir.
Hi to all, please, Bet.
Enjoying your stay in the far north, are you?
Ah, very pleasant.
You know, when I first saw you come through that door, I thought, he's come back for me.
Yes, but you never replied to my letters.
What letters? That's cruel, that is, raising a girl's hopes. I hope that's not what you're doing to Elsie.
Oh, Elsie knows the score.
Well, if she's still playing hard to get, you might just like to know I always keep a bag packed, just in case anybody throws stones at my bedroom window.
I remember that.
You off then, Hilda?
Yeah. Oh, will you tell Mrs. Walker I've left them bar towels in a bucket to Steve?
Will do.
And here. You haven't had anybody making, like, any inquiries this dinner, have you?
What sort of, like, any inquiries?
Well, you know, anybody asking about, somewhat what they was interested in.
Jack Wainwright keeps asking if anybody's seen his wife. Mind you, he's been doing that for years, ever since she went to Accrington for that afternoon.
No, I don't mean them sort of inquiries.
Can I have some service here?
Hilda, you'll have to excuse me. Will you do me a favour, love? Next time you want to ask me this question, will you put it a bit better, a bit plainer? Just to give me an idea what the hell you're trying to get at.
Do you like her? Be honest, Elsie. What I mean is, with all this aggro between it, it'll hardly be a bitter parting when it comes to you giving your notice, will it?
Who said I was giving me notice in?
I did.
Oh, well, you know more than I do, then.
Yeah, will I tell you why, shall I?
Could I stop you?
Not really. You see, I sense, no, I detect a certain weakening of resistance. Torquay is winning, I'm winning.
Oh, you think so, do you?
I know so. After all, I hold all the cards, don't I?
36 change, Mrs. Sharple.
Looks like them two as thick as thieves again, isn't it?
Oh, they are. It's my belief they'll be even thicker before long, like getting wed.
Believe that when I see it.
Oh, what's she got to lose? Only a few more years rotting in this dump.
Elsie Tanner's like me. It's what she's used to. And that's like being chained to a place.
Yes, it is a beautiful ring, isn't it? Of course, I don't wear it all that often, you know. Well, being so valuable, I'm frightened of losing it, you see.
Hey, can we give Eddie a bite of dinner?
Nothing fancy, Mrs. O's. Just a nice T-bone steak, some salty potatoes and French beans.
You can have a bit of tripe if you like.
Tripe?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's better than cold porridge, just.
Hey, you haven't been in the Rovers with that ring on, have you?
Have I, Eckers, like?
Did you ask if anybody had lost it?
Don't be daft, Stan, as if she would. Hey, Mrs. O.
Well, I did, actually. In a roundabout sort of way.
Do you know something, Mrs. O? With every day that passes, that ring is looking more and more like your property.
Oh, do you think so?
I'm sure so. That's one of the laws of the jungle. And what are we living in if it's not the jungle, eh?
I wonder how much it's really worth.
I've told you. I'll get it valued for you. I've got this mate, you see. He's acquired an extensive knowledge of precious stones and such over a long and profitable life of crime.
Well, I'd love to know.
So would I.
Not so we can flog it.
Did I say that?
What do you say then, Mrs. O?
All right, go on then. Only be very careful with it.
Do you know, that looks like a very classy sparkler to me. Very classy.
Time for another one.
I wish I had.
Boss is still propping up the bar.
He can, can't he?
You could just so easily be your own boss.
What about this Mr. What's his name? The one I'm not going to keep house for.
He's hardly ever there. He spends most of his time abroad. I mean, the weather we've been having is murder on a slip disc.
Oh, I'm sorry for him. You don't half have it cushy, don't you?
I know. See, all that free time I've got to myself. Time I could so easily devote to you, given the chance.
Come on, let's get gone before Annie Walker busts her corsets. Her and Nina Shalvers have been talking about us for the last half hour.
Well, we haven't given him anything to talk about. Yet.
Oh,
Was that you, Stan? Stan? You've been a long time. I thought this fella only lived in Pearl Street.
Yeah, well, he wasn't in, you see. We had to track him down, you know.
Oh, round the pubs, no doubt.
It was on your behalf, Mrs. O.
There's your ring back.
Do you know, it seems to shine that bit brighter every time you see it. Well?
Well, what?
You know well what? How much is it worth?
Well, according to this fella...
who's an expert, knows out about that.
According to this fella, it's worth... you tell her.
Well, I'm waiting.
Well, it's not a diamond, you see.
What is it then?
It's a white sapphire. According to this bloke.
Who's an expert?
A white sapphire? You mean it's worth more than a diamond?
Well, no, it's worth less, you see.
Less? How much less?
Well, that depends, doesn't it? I mean, depends on what you thought it was worth in the first place. I mean, if you thought it was worth £1,000...
It's worth a lot less than that. A lot less.
Well, come on, how much is it worth? I'm talking to you, Stanley.
10 quid.
10 quid?
Oh.
10 rotten quid. Oh, just goes to show you, doesn't it? When you've never had nothing, you're ignorant about these things. And when you're ignorant, you can be so easy fooled. Especially when you want to be. Suppose you want a cup of tea.
Took that bad, didn't she?
Well, got 10 quid. It's better than out.
Hiya.
Hi. Hey, have you heard about Deirdre?
No, what about it?
She fell over one of little Tracy's toys. She's cut out her face. She's had umpteen stitches in it.
Oh, poor girl.
Yeah.
Come here. Let's smell your breath. Ooh, it's like a flaming brewery.
I've only had a couple of pints like I usually do for dinner time.
And the rest. 2 pints don't make your eyes sparkle like that. At least not for a long time they haven't.
Shut up and give us a kiss.
Get off. Don't kiss fellas that smell of booze.
All right. I'll go somewhere where they do.
Len, I think I've just lost my sense of smell.
Tough.
Pig. Don't bother coming home for any tea. See if you can get any at Rover's.
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Jack Walsh.
Jack?
And you were expecting Harry Scott, weren't you?
Oh, well,
Unfortunately, Harry's gone down with it again. It's bad this time from all accounts. You'll have to have it out.
Sorry to hear that.
Still, never fear. Jack's here, as we used to say on the old Ark Royal. I was in the Navy, you know. 21 years, man and boy. Out of one uniform into another. Do you mind if I say something?
Feel free.
You're not what I expected. You're not what Harry led me to believe at all. He described you as homely. And here you are anything but.
Mavis? Mavis, this is Mr. Walsh?
Jack, to everybody but my bank manager. Oh, Mavis, then. You're...
Mrs. Riley. I'm Mrs. Fairclough.
Hey, do you know, If you lost a bucket in the middle of the Sahara, I'd be bound to find it and stick my foot in it. Still, it's not as if I was smashing the best china, is it? I'm pleased to meet you, Mavis. Harry asked me to drop round if I were passing, see what I could do for you.
Apparently he's gone down with it again.
Gone down with what?
Cartilage trouble. He's a martyr to it. Didn't you know? He'd have played for England, Harry would, you know, but for his cartilage. Brilliant football player. Midfield. Harvey, Kendall, Ball, that caliber.
I had no idea.
Well, he doesn't talk about it. Anyway, he asked me to call round and have a look at that decorating that he damaged rescuing the budgie.
Oh, no, it really doesn't matter. I can easily get somebody else to do it. In fact, I've already had an offer, thank you.
I promised a mate, and that's like two Pawnees mixing their blood. So, come on, no argument, lead me to it.
Well, it's this way.
Pawnees.
There you are. You see, it's not too bad, really. I mean, he was very careful in the circumstances, was Harry. Mr. Scott.
Well, it's not even a challenge. Well, not to somebody like me. I can do anything with these hands. Oh, it's a gift I've got. In fact, I'm seriously thinking about building my own house.
Oh, really? Well, your wife will be pleased.
Well, I'm not married.
Oh.
So, when will it be convenient?
Convenient?
To come round and make this little lot shipshape.
Well, any time, really.
Tomorrow? It's my day off.
Well, yes, fine, thank you.
Consider it done. Is this the budgie?
Yes.
He looks well enough.
I've been trying to get him to talk.
They're fascinating, aren't they, eh? God's little creatures. You know, I think I prefer them to human beings. Well, after what I've seen in the Navy, man's inhumanity.
Yeah.
They don't all talk, you know, budgie.
No, I suppose not, but they're more company if they do, aren't they?
Harry said you were on your own here.
Yes.
Well, he wouldn't miss noticing that, wouldn't Harry?
Oh.
Why, he's a bit, likes the ladies, you know.
Really? Well, I wouldn't have thought.
That's part of his line, coming the innocent. You know, hey, he could persuade a policewoman to come up and look at his etchings. Good luck, fella. As for me, I'm just the opposite.
Are you?
Yeah. Shy, always have been. Do you know, I blushed if a woman so much as spoke to me till I was well into my 20s.
Well, I'm much the same, like, you know, shy with men.
Two of a kind. Right, well, I'll give you a tinkle when I'm ready to come. You'll have a bucket and a stepladder and that.
Yes.
Yeah. Ta-ra, shipmate.
It's Harry, actually.
Harry? Hey, I can see he made an impression on you. He's a devil, is Harry.
Evening, Elder. Where you off then?
Oh, just bingo, that's all. I fancied a bit of a change, like.
Hey, we'll probably end up there. It's usually a good night on a Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not bad. Is Mrs. Walker in?
Well, she is and she isn't. She's in, but she's not available. She reckons something's upset her stomach, although our lovely piece of fresh egg, which is what she had for a dinner, can do that, I don't know. But I'll disturb her for you if you like, gladly.
No, it doesn't matter. It's just that, well, when I was cleaning up this morning, I found this ring, you see, just over there under the table. Well, I put it in my pocket and clean forgot about it, you know. I suppose somebody must have dropped it last night.
Yeah, let's have a look. Hey, it's not bad, that, is it?
No, that's what I thought. Well, that's why I brought it in, you see, because somebody will be very upset losing a valuable ring like that, I thought to myself.
Hey, let's have a look. Hey, it's mine, is this?
Oh, come off it, Vera.
Honest, kiddie. What she'll tell you. Is this ring mine, daughter, isn't it?
Of course it is. You bought it that time in London, though, didn't you?
Yeah, that day's outing when we was at pickups.
And you met that fella with different coloured shoes on.
When he kept playing Annie Laurie, honest.
My God, don't you live it up, you two. Well, there you are, Hildy. You've cracked it in one.
Yeah.
Mind you, it's not as valuable as it looks, kid. Worse luck.
What did you give for it? A fiver?
Well, not much more.
Yeah, well, I'll get off then.
Hey, Vera, isn't there a reward, like a drink?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's all right. I'll be late if I don't go now.
That is not the Hilda I've come to know and love, turning down free booze.
Hey, when did she say she found it?
This morning.
Anyway.
Hey, well, that's funny, kid. I lost it last week.
Last week, are you sure?
Of course I am.
Well.
Why, what's so?
Oh, nothing. Just something I've remembered about this morning. It's my belief, Vera, if that ring of yours could talk, He wouldn't half have a story to tell.
Are you decent?
I'm always decent.
You know, I hope you don't mean that. All alone?
Yeah, Susie's got a heavy date with a butcher, or so she says.
I wish it'd be good for a couple of steaks.
At least. What have you been doing with yourself all afternoon?
Oh, not a lot. Just seen a few old mates. I've just been in the Rovers.
Anybody in?
Oh, just Alf, really.
Oh, well, it's early yet, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, Fred in the Rovers, he asked me could I get him a job in Torquay.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, funny thing, but Susie asked me the same thing this morning.
Can you do anything for her?
Maybe, maybe not. No, it's just as hard to get work down there as it is up here. Maybe harder.
Ron,
Yeah.
tell me again why you want me to go to Torquay with you.
I told you enough already.
Please.
Well, it's a pleasant place to work in, you know. It's a good job. It's a pleasant job. Torquay is lovely to live in. I mean, it's 1,000 times better than here. It's warmer. The air is cleaner. You don't feel... Well, you know what I must mean. You know, like when a train gets to Wigan or Warrington and suddenly everything is colder and harder and your heart sinks down into your boots. At least mine does anyway. You know, I'm not really in love with your stark northern landscape for all its grandeur. Our south's more my kind of country. It's softer, kinder. And of course, the last reason why you should want to come to Torquay and start afresh is because I'm asking you.
All right, I'll come.
Elsie.
All right, don't go mad. For a number of reasons, I don't feel like going mad. But I've decided, and that's it.
All right. You won't regret it, I promise you that.
There's a couple of cans of beer in the fridge if you feel like it.
Have you ever known me to refuse? Would you like a beer?
Why not?
You wouldn't believe, would you, that people actually eat crisps in church? It's a penalty, I suppose, of keeping the doors open. People like to come in and sit, pray, light a candle, maybe. Surprising how many people. Still, I think when you arrive, what is it, 2 weeks now? I can promise at least no crisp packets lying about. So how about a pot of tea, then, in my house? I mean, every time, will your dinner hour stretch?
Oh,
yeah, great. Lots of time.
Thanks.
Well, I'll get my housekeeper to rustle up some biscuits, maybe. I think it will be good over the next couple of weeks if you could give some thought to the problems of, well, to be technical, marrying across the denominations.
Well, it's only a matter of any family, isn't it? And I'm quite prepared to have them brought up Roman Catholic.
You're quite happy about that, then?
Yeah?
Well, the only thing to settle, really, is who's going to give you away.
I must want me bumps feeling. I must be tuppence short of a shilling, really. 3/4 of an hour for dinner, and what do? Come home and play tea ladies with this great lump. Is there something about me that makes you think mother?
At the moment, definitely, yeah.
Well, you might at least have got the cups out.
Oh, it's not my turn to get the cups out, Mum.
You're asking to have a tomato bounced right off your skull.
Oh, Mum, it's not playing me
I'll give
fair.
you our mum in a minute. Oh, well, it'll all be different next week.
Why, what's happening?
Well, I won't be here, will I? Won't be here to wipe your nose for you, make your butties, or pinch all the hot bath water and take the best tights with no runs in.
You going to Torquay?
Oh, give her the banana. Oh, you're a soft soaper, you.
There's no tea bag, so I think I'll nip down to the shop.
You've kept this very quiet. You were dead against it 5 minutes ago.
Well, I had to have a think about it, didn't I?
Not about me. Gail's going, you're going.
Well, you'll have to stop being so shiftless, won't you?
Oh, that's a mean thing to say.
Oh, come on now, love. You're big enough and old enough, and you've got the cheek for 10,000.
It's not that. It's just...
Chuck, I had to think about my own future. You know, well, I can't tell you how old I am, and all I've got outside this house is that flaming job. It makes me blood run cold when I think of it. And you can't exactly call that a glorious career, can you?
I'd rather have your job than mine. I'll be on my own, stuck here.
Come on now, you're a bird on the wing, you are.
I feel deserted. I feel...
Feel like the cook's handed in a notice, eh?
No. We got on. The complaining, the chunning, it was like... Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on, sit yourself down. Eat your butties, there. You know, all I need now is Annie Walker down on her knees to me, Ena Sharples getting up a petition, and Mike Baldwin bursting into tears when I handed me notice. Oh, come on, Chuck.
Who's a pretty little birdie there? Who's a pretty little boy?
Folk will think this is a pet shop. You know that, don't you?
Well, I only brought him down for a bit of company, but if he's not wanted, I'll take him back again.
Hey, before you rush off, what time are you going to dentist?
Oh, well, if it's all right with you, I'll go this afternoon. I should have gone this morning, but I was expecting a phone call.
Not from Trapper Dan, the RSPCA.
Well, yes, he did say he'd phone. Out of politeness, I think. But, well, with it not coming yesterday and then again today.
Hey, hello. I'd heard you'd been at wars.
Oh, yeah. I went full length over a bit of a toy. 15 stitches. Every seam and sewn, as they say.
It'll wear off. It won't show.
You got any books on home safety?
Yeah, I know all that, but talking legally and according to Cocker, I mean, there's no reason why you have to have anyone to give you away.
Yeah, that's what Father Harris said. We'll have to know whether or not we're having somebody.
Yeah, but talking legally again, I mean, there's no reason why it can't even be your mum.
Oh, my mum's just not suited.
Yeah, I know that, love, but I mean, well, according to Cocker, you see, these things...
Edith has most things this house. You know, love, this fella called Cocker.
Oh, we never met him, but I see him as a little sharp bloke with glasses.
Very funny. Take no notice of this lot, love. Look, Gail, it's what you want. And if you want somebody to give you away, well, then we'll find somebody.
Well, I would like somebody to be there.
Yeah, well, of course you would, love. I mean, it's part of the ceremony, isn't it? Wouldn't be no without that. I'm surprised Father Harris hadn't insisted, you know.
Well,
that
Father Harris isn't like the old father, is he? I mean, he's not as traditional.
There's not wrong with tradition, Bert, is there? I mean, you've got to put a good show on.
Hey, I think my mum's right.
Hey, what's this, traitor?
Well, it's my wedding and all. What I mean, I've got my plans.
Oh? What plans are these?
Don't tell me. Hell's Angels, a bridal arch, a great big spanners.
I was thinking of something a bit more formal-like.
Form? I don't believe it.
Morning suits, grey toppers, leaving the church in a pony and trap. It is a pony and trap they have in it.
Oh, give up. Hey, no. It's an idea, that it. These things can be hired, can't they?
Well, I don't know about a pony and trap, love. Hey, hang on a minute. There's that Raggan Bowman. That Welsh fella he's always hanging about. What's his name? Now, I think he's got a donkey and cart.
They have them at weddings. I saw a photo in Gazette last week, you know, Eunice Broughton's daughter, that used to work with me at Bank Mill. Oh, it were a lovely photo. It looked just like Ascot.
Yeah, she does favour red rum a bit, doesn't she, Eunice Broughton?
A clever clog. See what I'm up against, Gail? This house is full of comedians. Hey, have you daft lot seen time?
Hey, don't worry about me, love. I didn't clock off till 1:45.
It's 12:29 on my card. How are you for time,
Oh, well,
love?
I did tell Emily I'd be back about 1. I'll see you later. Yeah, I'll be at the garage till about 6.
Hey, and we're going to have to put his thinking caps on about this giving her away, you know.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
Bye.
Hey, Grey Topper, I think you've just shortened my life.
Do they?
Oh, it's very thirsty work, serving in the shop. You get horse talking to customers. And every time you open the till, you get a croak full of dust.
Not to mention the sound.
Sand.
What, you stick in packets of tea?
Oh, then there's salt off bacon.
This fella can slice bacon so thin, I'd wear it with stockings.
If I had any money invested in your shop, I'd draw it out right away.
What's up with you, Albert?
Because shop's shut and you're in here stopping profit.
Oh, listen, I've been in here 10 minutes having a bit of dinner, that's all. Rena's away at her mother's for a fortnight. Locking shop's the only way.
Well, you lose trade by it.
Yeah, no, but have half a pint of mild with me, mate.
All right, thanks, then. Fred?
I lose more than trade by it and all. I'll be skin and bone. You know, flipping shop door never stops. That blooming bell. I haven't had a sit-down meal yet. I'm eating tin pilchards.
Why didn't you rope betting?
Hey, there was a right smell of food coming from her flat last night. I think it was sausage and bacon. I don't mind telling you. I was tempted to tap it up.
What was that? Tap who up?
They got a couple of these in Jodrell Bank, you know, Fred.
Listen, it was food I was talking about.
Right. I believe you, Alf. Don't forget I'm the fellow that bought the town hall clock for a tanner.
Cheers, Len. She'll do you a bit of a meal. Do some washing for you.
You what? After all the hours your father had last time Rini was away? No, thank you. I'd sooner start. You see, she's almost like it's all right.
Oh, I like that.
Hiya. How was Glasgow?
Oh, it's okay. It's good to see the kids again. Heard about your accident. I can't leave you for a minute, can I?
Oh, I've been trying to hide myself.
Yes, I came round as soon as I heard. Were you in?
Hey, kid. You all right?
Yeah, I'm a bit self-conscious, you know.
What can I get you?
Just a couple of fizzy bottles of orange to take out, please.
Do you have something?
What?
Life gets better by the second.
You wanted a word, Else?
Yeah, I want to see you in the office.
1 o'clock I was in the office. 5 past, I'm on the way. Or you, clock in unless someone else has already done it for you. Then bring me those parcels outside the office, will you? Come in, sit down, have a cigarette.
Well, this is hardly the place, is
Now,
it?
look, I started life with a bar in the market.
All right, all right. I want me cards and me coppers. In fact, I'm giving you a week's notice.
Oh, week's notice. Getting a bit grand, aren't we? Shades of high management. No need to do that else. You can finish tonight.
Oh, sorry.
Right. I thought you were coming to the Rovers this dinner. I've been waiting half an hour there for you. I've had one more pint than I intended.
Mavis is off. I'm holding fort.
Ah, there's always something flipping wrong with Mavis. Give us a bite.
Go next door and get your own.
Oh, come on, I'm famished.
Didn't you have a pie at Rover's?
Them pies are doing my digestion no good at all.
It's Newton and Ridley's blood mixture that's doing your digestion no good.
Cut that in half.
There's stacks of them in Dawson's.
I'm flat broke. I've got a flipping burst on this afternoon in Maudsley Street, and I know that house. I'll be lucky if I get a rich tea biscuit there.
This balm cake's got to last me.
Well, let's have something decent tonight, eh?
Well, I wasn't planning on much.
We're not having another chippy, do, are we?
Well, I'm doing papers, love. I mean, you know it is.
Mavis the missing link, is she?
Mavis is the original missing link. Hey, we haven't got another bird stuck down the chimney, have we? Another housebreaking party.
Burke, look, get out.
Give us this.
Get out. I don't know. I bet you get used to comics in your job, don't you?
Job has its comic side, I suppose. Yes, Mavis upstairs, only I promised to start the decorating today, but duty has called.
Well, Mavis is not upstairs. Right now, I think she's unconscious.
Oh, you're the other half of the act, are you?
No, I'm sorry, love. She's gone to the dentist.
Oh, well, in that case, not to worry. I'll drop by some other time when duty has not called.
Hey, she might be at Rovers tonight, 8 o'clock. I mean, me and her usually go at Rovers, 8 o'clock.
All right, then. I might just get down there myself. Ta-ra, Chuck.
Ta-ra. I shot an arrow in the air. It fell to earth. I know not where.
It's the way folks keep talking.
Yeah, well, folks have been talking since time immemorial.
I know, but they keep pumping me. I'm having to fall out with them.
Well, I'm sorry.
I don't like falling out with folk. Look, it's not to laugh at.
All right, well, just ignore them.
That'd be rude, wouldn't it?
All right, tell them I'm living in sin with a scarlet woman, so why don't they get the tar and feathers out?
Right, if you don't mind having your name dragged through the mud.
Oh, I mind. But what can I do about it?
I'll tell them true straight out what's going on. Stop all tittle-tattle.
Look, Uncle Albert, I've been away. Deirdre's been away. Now, we feel the same way about each other. Nothing has changed. There'll be no further developments, no solicitors' letters, nothing.
Oh, God. Well?
Oh, I feel like nothing on earth. I do. I feel a complete wreck.
Oh, Amelia.
Look, my face is all frozen and my jaw's all sort of stiff. Oh, and Rita, that needle. Oh, I can't tell you. I nearly died when I saw that needle.
Couple of shorts in Rovers tonight. You'll be as right as rain.
No, it's very nice of you, Rita, but I couldn't possibly drag myself out tonight.
Well, you never knew you might meet it, Rover.
No, I'm sorry, Rita, but I couldn't converse.
No, but you'll be up there, won't you, talking to that rotten budgie 90 to a dozen?
No, I can't be persuaded. I'm sorry.
Not if I said somebody might be in there by sheer coincidence, not to mention some crafty footwork with bow and arrow.
No, I'll just soldier on here till 6, and then I'll make myself some warm milk. Who might be in the Rovers?
Jack Walsh as ever was. He called in, and I fixed you up, as we used to say down at Levinson Pally. No, well, don't look delighted then.
It's me jaw.
Well, I'll go with you, see you landed like.
How can I go with me jaw all frozen?
Well, it's up to you. You've got what? 6 hours to get defrosted. Our fridge doesn't take that long.
I think I'll just give the old shoes a tickle. You know, Elsie, I can't help thinking that you and I are more temperamentally inclined to the southern style.
Oh, it's me flashing eyes, isn't it? And me castanets when I move.
Oh, I thought that was your false teeth.
Oh.
Do you know something? I wouldn't be at all surprised if I knew you and I had gypsy blood, you know that?
Oh, well, there's possibly gypsy blood in me anyway.
Gypsies? They live on the croft, don't they, and smash old cars up.
Romanies.
Fortune tellers.
Guitars.
Oh, well, weren't they guitars this morning, were they? Ben Baldwin gave you your marching orders.
Oh, there's no need for the nudge, lady. I remember what he said.
Oh, that's the north, isn't it, huh? Headscarves, 1 o'clock hooter, and the boss out on the road with a big whip. Seeing the Rovers about 8.
Yeah, all right, love.
Was that Ron? Yeah, that was him. The man smashing our home up, yeah.
Wasn't it marvellous? Anybody would think that we were married and I was running off for the lodger.
Will you be seeing him soon?
Yes, later tonight, love.
Well, I know it sounds awful, but I'm stuck for someone to give me away, a sort of substitute for a father.
Ring up. Rent one.
Oh, isn't it lovely, eh?
No, seriously, I bet you could. There's loads of girls in our position.
I just thought, why not Ron? He's nearly an uncle, isn't he? Do you think he'd do it?
Well, why don't you ask him, eh?
Hey, love, have you seen my union badge?
Is it on your jacket?
No, I took it out, if you remember, when we went to that Conservative dance with Vera, you know.
Well, have a look at Trey, then.
Oh, heck. Love, the stuff you've got in this flaming tray, I don't know.
Bert, we're going to have to get this invitation list done, you know.
Well, I can't tonight, love. It's a branch meeting.
It's what?
The union, you know.
Mate, your only son's getting married, but come the branch meeting.
Look, can't it wait till I get back, love?
What, full of brown ale and TUC resolutions?
Oh, love, I can't miss tonight. It's quarter day. I'm moving the minutes.
Moving them minutes, shifting ale more like.
Well, what's the rush on the road?
The rush is that I've been onto the corp, and if we're going to have the all, I shall have to be booking. And when I book, I shall want to know numbers, shan't
Well,
I?
it's easy. Just tell them it's a mob.
I shall have to ask Gail about her side, but I mean, as for our side, I don't know where to start. I kick off with me mum and me dad.
Well, you better make 2 lists then. There's the people you've got to invite and the people you want to invite.
And that don't include half your side.
Hey, come on, they're not as bad as your mob. I mean, any do where they've got to wear hats, you know what they like.
And it certainly doesn't include that uncle of yours that keeps starting all bother.
He's quieting down a lot now, love. It only takes 3 coppers to arrest him these days.
Right, there's me mum and me dad.
Hey, don't forget Uncle Arthur from Hartlepool. We've got to have him.
He's news to me.
You've not forgotten him, love. You know him, short, stubby little fella.
Oh, yes, walks with a limp and spits a lot.
That's him, buck teeth, played the knackers at our wedding.
Hey, is he the one that dropped his collar stud or something down that front anti-flows frock?
Collar stud? You could drop a crate of best bitter down the front of her frock.
And then there's neighbours, Bert. I mean, I don't know who to invite and who to leave out.
Come here, let me have a shufty. I'll tell you what, we'll do it systematic.
Hey, I thought you were going to branch.
Oh, in a minute, now.
They'll be starting revolution without you, you know.
They daren't.
Oh, well, that's all right. I figured that, yeah.
Nice to see you two smart young ladies decorating our bar tonight. Flattery will get you everywhere, Lynn. Comments have been made by some of our gentlemen customers. Are they on the pickup? Do you allow it? Go and slice another bit of lemon, Lynch. Go on.
Do you think perhaps we are a bit conspicuous?
I hope so.
Just that man over there at the dartboard keeps giving us looks.
In which sideboard? Sour coal fella. Don't look bad when he's out of his muck, does he?
They're very physical men, aren't they, don't you think, cool men?
Shall I give him a wink?
see what happened.
Oh, if you brought us here just for fun, I should be very upset.
Cross my little round pebble.
Oh, actually, I am quite excited at the idea that Mr. Walsh took the trouble.
Yay, we're dead keen.
Oh, I wish I had your cheek. I mean, if he does turn up, I shall probably just stand here fidgeting, because I am a terrible fidget. If I have to stand still for any length of time in company, a sort of terrible scream wells up inside me. Well, it's not
Yeah, but what exactly does it entail, this giving away?
Stand there and be usual handsome self, love.
You don't have to make a speech or anything.
I'll insist on making a speech.
Oh, it'd be great if you do that and all.
I bet you're a bit short on speech makers, aren't you?
You're short of a speech, I'll give you one.
Will the gentleman who's standing up for the bride be upstanding, please?
My lords, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you mean you actually enjoy giving a speech?
Of course I do. When it comes from the heart, I will. And I'll be honoured. I really will. Hey, listen. Let me get the order. Now, what was it? 4 bottles of champagne, 3 dozen of oysters.
Our champagne comes in barrels. The oysters are bacon-flavoured and chicken-flavoured.
All right, then we'll have 2 pints of bitter, a gin and orange, and a small shandy. Oh, and 4 packets of bacon-flavoured oysters.
And will you ask that short, stumpy little feather with a blonde rinse what he's having?
Can I get your refill?
It's nice of you, Squire, but I'm only having one. Thanks all the same. Good luck, old dear. Happy retirement.
Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry I'm late. Oh, there's a cat trapped in a culvert. This little kid come knocking. Mr. Walsh, he says, oh, Billy's stuck in this pipe. I nearly said that's a job for the other branch, isn't it? And I tumbled. So, then it was wellies on and, anyway, now we've got these kennels are in a filthy state and I can only catch this bloke at night. But anyway, I thought I'd pop in and get you one.
Hey, are you not stopping?
I've got to be there by 9, otherwise he's in the boozer and 3 sheets to the wind.
Well, what about tomorrow? I mean, both of you. Why don't you come round to our house?
Well, the animal kingdom permitting, and if Mavis he would...
What about Len, though?
Do you know it, Ronnie, this morning he said, Rita, nobody ever comes round to our house.
Do you mean like for a meal?
Well, why not? I think we've got enough knives and forks to go round. She's home, she said, throwing in her hat.
Where the hell have you been?
Do you know, my days just get longer and longer. They always seem to stretch.
You can't kid me you've been doing the papers all this time.
How were chips?
They were square and they were greasy and they were soggy, and at these days' prices, they're not cheap either. And I asked you where you'd been.
Well, do you know, I were dry. And I were passing the rovers. But I only had one.
Ain't it marvellous? I mean, you're out supping while I'm sat here like a dosser. Is this what they call colour supplement living?
Oh, Len, love, we haven't got plates, you know.
I know we've got plates and we've got cups and saucers and we've got canteens of cutlery and tablecloths. Drawers full of tablecloths. Whenever I want to find a shirt, all I can find is a flipping tablecloth.
Then why didn't you change this?
Because I was brought up in the old system where they had things like wives who did this kind of thing for you.
Ah, is he being neglected? Am I starving this little love?
Yeah, I get it.
Well, tomorrow you are going to have a smashing meal, if you're good.
I'll bet.
Now, where's my kukri boot?
I wouldn't bother too much. Just stick a bird in the oven with a few roast potatoes.
I think we should keep off birds.
Why?
Because I've invited somebody. Well, actually, 2 somebodies.
Who?
Just 2 people who've got together, and I thought, wouldn't it be a nice idea to give them a little dinner party? You know, help the romance along, keep the pot boiling.
Talking about Ron and Elsie, are you?
Well, no, actually. Mavis and Jack. Him were in shop at dinner time. What'd I do with that kukri boot?
You mean all these flipping efforts for Mavis's benefit? I'm stuck here like Piffy on a rock while you do your matchmaking bit over the after-dinner mince.
You'll be feeding your face, won't you?
I know, but I'd be sitting opposite Mavis, wouldn't I? Picking away at her food, picking. That's all she ever does, and touching up her hair. She never stops fidgeting, that girl.
Stop moaning. What'd I do with the kukri boot?
What are you doing? You don't go to the work tomorrow, are you?
Well, dead right. 7 o'clock can come and go, can't it?
I bet you can hardly believe it yourself, can you?
Oh, well, Mike Baldwin made it quite clear, didn't he?
No, that you're going for good.
Oh, I don't know. I find it very difficult to believe that myself. Well, the girls at work don't believe it. I hope they haven't taken bets on it. No, well, I'd bet.
You weren't?
What odds would you give?
Oh, I don't understand odds, but I know one thing will always bring you back here.
I can't think of a single thing myself.
This house. It's your security net.
Yeah, well, it would be if it was mine, wouldn't it?
Oh, you'll never sell it.
Huh? It's half sold already.
What do you mean?
It's in the hands of an estate agent. Advertised on the market. Good night, kid. See you.
How is it I can never find a pair of scissors in this flipping house? I must have brought 12 pairs home. What do you do with them?
Hey, I've just had a horrible thought.
These will have to do. They won't cut butter then. They'll just have to do, though. I'll buy one more pair and that'll be it.
You don't suppose he's vegetarian, do you?
Who?
Jack Walsh.
Oh, him.
Yes, him. They're coming for a meal tonight and I don't know what to cook.
Develop a sudden attack of beriberi. That'll solve your problem.
Len, I've invited them and they're coming.
You'll have to watch my blood pressure, you know. Mavis in her bird man. It's a wonder I don't die of excitement.
You might get on very well with Jack. You might find you've got a lot in common.
You what? He fancies Mavis, doesn't he? We've got absolutely nothing in common.
Oh, come on, Len. Seriously. What do you think? He's in our SPCA. Do they eat animals?
I don't know. What were you thinking of dishing up? Grilled Yorkshire Terrier?
I'm asking you.
I'm telling you. I don't know. Ask Mavis. He's a fella.
Not yet, he isn't.
No, and he's not likely to if you carry on scheming like this.
Scheming? You couldn't find anybody more subtler than me.
Do us a favour. Inviting the pair of them for a meal with an old married couple like us. Roll up and see married bliss at close quarters. I know he might be thick, but he'd have to have rigor mortis not to notice that.
Do you think it'll look obvious?
To the point of frightening the poor beggar away for life.
Well, we'll have to do something about that then.
Like scrap it.
No. Invite another couple.
This is turning into a flipping party.
What happened to that sociable, fun-loving fella that I wed?
You turned him into a husband, Ginger.
Shall I wear it up or down for the wedding? Brian likes it down, but with headdress and a veil and everything, it might be a bit much, mightn't it?
Well, your wedding day is not the day to start experimenting. Keep it simple, not elaborate, you know.
Yeah, just a little circlet of flowers or something. Yeah. You can still get off for 12 o'clock.
For the millionth time, yes. I'll pick you up at Dawson's at 12 o'clock. Shall we synchronise our watches?
Has either of you two seen my black strappy shoes? Because if you borrowed them, there's going to be... All right, beg your pardon. Sorry, forget it.
Elsie, a quick reminder. 12 o'clock, Dawson's.
Ye gods, there wasn't this much fuss over the Battle of Britain.
They want healing. I'll have to wait now till I get there. What's this about 12 o'clock?
We're going into town to pick me dress. And mine.
Oh, I'm sorry, love. I can't make it.
Elsie, you promised.
Yes, I knew I did, but... Well, Ron wants to get off early, and it's a heck of a long way to Torquay.
I thought you were stopping somewhere overnight.
Yes, we are, but there's still a lot to do. I am going for good, you know, not just a weekend. And there's 1,001 things to do.
There is for a wedding and all.
Yes, but you don't need me. You both know what's nice.
I'd have liked your opinion, that's all.
Well, ask your future mother-in-law. She'll be flattered to death.
I wanted you.
Yes, I know. But I'll be there for the wedding. That's the main thing.
Promise.
Cross me heart and hope to die. What, after all we've been through together, wild horses wouldn't stop me from watching you walk down that aisle. And it's your turn next.
Do me a favour. She's getting the ring and you're going off with Ron. Me, I'm keeping the bachelor girl flag flying.
No, you cook what you like, Rita. I'm sure Jack's not fussy.
If I cook a chicken, you don't think he'll leap up from table and clap me an irons for cruelty to our feathered friends, do you?
No, I don't. Oh, I am looking forward to tonight. I hope Jack is.
Len is. Listen, what are you wearing tonight?
Well, I haven't really thought. Me green?
Very ladylike, Mavis.
Coming from anybody else, that'd be meant as a compliment.
No, it's a very smart frock. But I mean, it's not exactly the greatest turn-on of all time, is it?
I expect you think I should be wearing something with a right plunging neckline, a split right up to my thigh.
Have you got something like that?
No, I haven't. Look, stop trying to turn me into something I'm not.
Deirdre, do you think there's anything wrong in dressing to attract fellas?
Well, women have been doing it since Eve donned the first fig leaf, so I don't see why there can be.
Right. So you can borrow some of mine. Now, I haven't got a fig leaf, but I have got a little greenish slinky number, and I don't want any buts from you, lady. Hey, Deirdre, are you
free tonight?
Well, babysitter willing, yeah, I think so. Why?
Well, why don't you come round for a meal and bring Ken? It's a coming out ball for Mavis. I think it's going to be the social event of the season.
Well, in that case, how can I refuse?
She can't, can she, Chuck? Because if she doesn't come, I shall invite you, and you'll turn all the fellas' heads without so much as a plunging neckline in view. You know it's not fair.
Oh, Ivy, have you got a spare pair of feet to lend us, eh?
No, there's a cup of tea in that pot, love, if it'll help.
Oh, Tom.
Well, did you get it?
Yeah, and it's fantastic.
Well, am I going to get to see it then?
Well, I'm not being funny, but do you mind if I don't? It's just
She wants to be a knockout on the day.
No, but it'll look better when I got my hair done and my face made up and everything.
Well, of course it will, love. A wedding dress should be a big secret, shouldn't it? But what about you, then? Does yours come under the same category?
No, you can see mine. I'm not proud.
Now.
Ta-da! Well, what do you think?
By 8, Bride's not going to be the only one that's going to knock a few eyes out, is she?
Told you it were too much.
What's wrong with it? It's just a dance frock, that's all.
There's nothing wrong with it for a dance. But you being a bridesmaid.
Ivy, I am not demure. I'd look daft dressed like a Victorian miss, wouldn't I? Well, wouldn't I? The colour next to her white, fantastic.
Well, if Gail's happy.
Of course she is. Hey, Gail, show Ivy your slippers. Talk about the boudoir.
Well, they are a bit extravagant, but you only go on honeymoon once, don't you?
How does it feel then, champ, to be a nearly married man?
Great. Not a feeling you'd be very familiar with, mate.
Oh, no, that's where you're wrong. I've been a nearly married man more times than you've had hot dinners. The only difference between you and me is I can run faster.
Hey, there's something to be said for a good woman, you know.
Oh, I agree with you, as long as she's married to someone else.
Here's me living fella, as the gossip writers call it.
You don't let me get across step before you start, do you?
Well, you are, aren't you? I mean, we do live together, don't we? Can you deny that as a gospel fact?
We happen to share the same roof, that's all.
That's not all we share. We share the same table and all while Rena's at her mum's. Saves work if we eat together. That right, Alfred?
We do eat together occasionally, it saves time. Yeah, give us a pint, will you, Fred? Elsie gone yet, has she?
I've no idea. She's left my employ, that's all I know.
Well, let's hope she knows what she's doing.
Of course she does. If anybody made me an interesting offer, I'd uproot my little self like a shot. Mind you, I am a good 20 years younger.
I think Ronald's to be admired, you know. Taking on responsibility like that.
You mean you wouldn't if you found a woman daft enough to take you on?
No chance, sunshine. I'm like Mike there. Dedicated bachelor.
Join the club, fella. There's a lot to be said for freedom.
Hey, come on. Not in front of a lad who's going to get wed in a couple of days, eh?
No, let him chunner. No, put me off.
I don't get it. He must mean it. And he's lived with me and his man for the past 20-odd years.
Well, let's have a look at it then.
Or later. I'm tired.
Look, kid, I'm sorry I couldn't make it this morning.
No, it's not that. I understand, honest.
Well, what then? You decide you don't like it? Well, if you don't like it, you march it back to shop first thing tomorrow morning and have it changed.
No, it's lovely. It's just what I wanted. But...
Well, what?
Well, it's Susie's dress. It's a bit startling. You know the sort of thing she goes for.
Well, tell her, and she can change it.
It seems such a petty thing to do.
Why? It's your day. You should be the start of it.
Yeah, but she thinks it's fantastic, and I don't want her to feel it. She doesn't mean anything by it.
Maybe not. Gail, love, I want to talk to you. It's not about Susie, really. It's about everything. Look, I know I'm not your mum, but I must admit I felt pretty much like one all these years. Now, don't get worried. I'm not going to talk to you about the birds and the bees. It's just that I want to give you a bit of advice, that's all. Chuck, don't let people tread on you, and that goes for husbands-to-be as well as best friends. I know Brian's not a bit like that, and he never will be if you carry on the way you've started.
I hate bossy women. If there's one thing I'm not going to be, it's a domineering wife.
That is the last thing I'd want you to be, or to tell you to be. You know, girls marry fellas because they're big and butch and masculine, and they can't wait to wed them, to turn them into mealy little mice, and then they lose all respect for them. It's a partnership. You're not domineering, and neither is he. You do things together. You share things. You have respect for each other, and you also respect each other's opinions to think something different. So don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. He won't love you any the less for it.
I've often wished I could be more like you. And Susie, for that matter.
I think it's a very good job you are leaving us.
Oh, Elsie, I'm ever so happy. And I love Brian and I can't wait to get married. But part of me will be sorry to leave here.
Of course he will. It's a chapter in your life closing, like it's a chapter in mine. Let's hope the next chapter will be worth reading, eh?
Don't panic, no change of plan, but can I help you with anything?
No, not unless you can iron a frock.
I'll get this lot out of the way. Place looks like bombs, it is.
Gail, love, before you go, there's just been a tiny little change in plan.
Oh, no, what?
Yeah, well, look, I've been talking to my boss. He might just want me the weekend of the wedding, so I couldn't
You'll
risk...
not be able to give me away.
I'm sorry, love. Don't worry, you'll have no bother getting somebody else. They'll be fighting for the honor.
Yeah. You'll still come, Elsie.
Just try stopping me, that's all.
Hell.
Pre-wedding nerves. They upset everything.
Look, Elsie, I know I wouldn't wish it for worlds. You know, I would if I could.
Yeah, I know. It's not that really. It's something else. Something that I can do something about. But it will be for the last time. After that, she'll have to stand on her own 2 feet. For better or for worse.
So what do you think about Auntie May then, love?
I don't know, love. It's up to you.
Well, I suppose I'd better invite her. I'll only have a guilty conscience if I don't. And then Agnes will never shut up about it.
All right, ask her then. She probably won't come any road up.
Well, that's it then, love. Unless you won't think of anybody else.
You are. I don't want to start thinking. We'll finish up with another 200. It's costing an arm and a leg as it is.
Bert, you know when other lads get married, it's bride's side that pays for wedding and reception.
And girl's mum is doing.
Yeah, but we'll have to pay some, though.
Hey, love, come on. She's a woman on her own, you know. I mean, you can't expect her to pay for that lot. Most of it's our side, any road up.
It's going to cost plenty, you know.
Well, nobody forced you to put the co-op all, did they?
Oh, come on, Bert. We've only got one son, for heaven's sake. I want to see him get wed with a bit of class.
All right, stop moaning then. You can't have it both ways, love.
No. All the same, it would have been nice if he'd have picked a lass with a bob or two behind her, wouldn't it?
Hey, just a minute. You think back. If I'd have thought like that, you might never have got off the shelf.
Off the Bert Tuesday, were never on flaming shelf.
If I remember rightly, madam, when I got engaged to you, all you had in the bank was 15 quid and a tatty tea set. So if marrying for money doesn't run in this family, you are the one who should be grateful for it, Flower.
Well, what's wrong with it?
If you don't know, I'm not going to tell you. All I'm telling you is get that frock back to the shop and get it changed first thing in the morning, right?
Oh, but I like it.
Well, Gail doesn't, and she's the bride.
Well, she seemed to like it in the shop.
Did she, or did you tell her that she did?
No, she seemed to like it. And why you done her dirty work for her?
Because she's a nice little girl who doesn't like to hurt anybody's feelings.
And you're not so fussy, eh?
No, I am not, and it's going to hurt her. You less to wear it than it is to change it.
I won't steal the limelight from her. That's what you think.
Oh, the thought had occurred to you, had it?
Well, it's obvious she's jealous of that, isn't she? You can't steal the limelight from a bride.
Well, in this case, you're not going to, because I'm going to see to that. So you get that frock back first thing in the morning, right?
This is the last time you boss me around, right?
Well, I can't promise that, but it's going to be a bit difficult all the way from Torquay.
Well, as your last request, I'll do it.
Hey, just a minute. I'm moving, not snuffing it.
Elsie, can you tell Gail it's my idea, not yours?
By gum. There's a bit of good in you hidden away somewhere. It's a pity I've got to dig so hard to find it.
Oh, no, I hope we're not too early. I mean, I know you did say 7:30, but when people say that, you never know whether they mean 7:30 on the dot or a bit later, do you? Know? I mean, it's awful if guests arrive too early and you're not ready for them.
She does go on, doesn't she?
She does. And you're not too early, love. You're just right.
But Ken and Deirdre aren't here yet.
Well, somebody has to be first. Now, what you having to drink? Len, will you see to drinks, love? Jack, what you drinking?
Oh, I'm easy, love. Whatever you got most of.
You're not...
Well,
You're not teetotal, are you?
Ex-Navy, lad, you gotta be joking.
Hey, were you in the Andrew?
I give it a try for 21 years.
Hey, did we get to Pompey? Were you there when the time?
Right, enough is enough is enough. If there's one conversation we are not having tonight, it's old shipmates' reminiscences. Right, Mavis?
I don't know. It might be quite fascinating.
It might be quite rude and all.
Okay. What are we all going to have? I know you'd like a sweet cherry, wouldn't you, dear?
Scotch will go down fine, mate, and splash of water if you got.
Well, if you're sure you don't mind.
No, I've told you. I tried it on upstairs and it makes me look, well, hippie, you know. No, I'll take it back. Get that blue one you liked.
Yeah, I liked you in that.
Yes, well, that's that then, isn't it? Elsie, you ready for your chauffeur and the Rolls Royce? Oh, shut up. Now that it's almost here, I'm shaking out of my knickers with fright.
Oh, not you.
Come on, Elsie. Gail, apart from tea.
Hey, Elsie, did I tell you? This one nearly dropped me in it this morning. I nearly died.
Why'd you die?
When you told me to show Irene me slippers, I thought you were going to tell me to show me nightie and negligee as well.
Well, she knows you wear nighties, doesn't she?
Yeah, but that's a special one. You know what it's like. I'd have been embarrassed in front of my mother-in-law.
Oh, don't be daft. You'll be married soon. You can't be embarrassed then, can she, Elsie? What?
Oh.
Right. I'm all ready.
Don't speak to her. She's a zombie.
Elsie, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. You know, now it's here. Can't wait to go see the back of this lot.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't mean that, you know. It's just that now it's here, the sooner the better. I just hate goodbyes.
Hey, I love.
How did you get into this? Or was it something you always wanted to do?
Well, I've always been fond of animals, but now I did a bit of this, bit of that. Basically, as a lad, I always had the wanderlust.
He ran away to sea.
Much ran. I got pushed more like it. My mum couldn't wait to pack my bags.
I don't believe that.
Oh, it's true. I was a right little bundle of trouble in them days.
I bet you had a good time at Navy, though. Len swears it were purgatory. Personally, I think they were happiest days of his life.
Well, a bit like the curate's egg, you know, good in part. But I don't regret any of it. You put it this way, I would have regretted not doing it.
Do you know what? I always think that's not fair. Because men can do that, can't they? They can potter about trying out all sorts of things. Women can't.
No, she's right, you know. I mean, a woman can't be a steeplejack or a labourer.
And a secret ambition of yours, look, is it?
No, but I mean, men can do all sorts of unusual jobs, like try things different, but a woman's expected to stick to the same thing.
Like being a skivvy.
You're badly done to, you, aren't you?
Well, personally, I'd rather cook and clean for a lump like that than be on my own. I mean, it's not all it's cracked up to be, you know, independence. I've tried it, and I know. Marriage may be trying, but it does have its moments. Well, if you drink up, I'll serve up.
I'll help you.
Right,
You're falling in, dropping in so loud you can hear them clunk.
Well, I can't help it. It's just everything I say seems to come out that road.
Look, this evening's going to be bad enough without you embarrassing everybody.
Embarrassing? Who's been embarrassed? If there's anybody been embarrassing, you keep glaring at me. Just a minute, love. You do the potatoes and I'll do the veg. Hang on, that pan's hot. Get that. You know, honestly, it's hopeless in kitchen.
It's a bit much, though, love, isn't it, landing in it like that at short notice?
Ron can't help it. He's very disappointed himself.
Ah, but who can we get in his place?
Hey, what about Mike Baldwin?
What about him?
What to give you away?
Oh, what connections he got with Gail?
Well, more than Ron Mather. As much as he has. I mean, more she's worked for him and she's known him longer.
Oh, you fancy that, don't you? Haven't your boss walked down the aisle with us?
Why not? What's wrong with it?
Nothing's wrong with it, I suppose. But it's up to Gail.
Well, I don't mind if he doesn't. Not got a lot of choice, have I?
Hope you have a nice journey.
Not gone yet, then?
No, not yet.
If you've come in to wish us bon voyage, don't bother.
As a matter of fact, I wasn't.
Well, I will, on account of the fact that I've got a lovely nature and he hasn't. Bon voyage and have a good trip. Unless it means same thing.
It does. Thanks, love. Thanks, everybody.
And every success and happiness when you do get there.
Hey, Elsie, if you find you're missing me too much, send me a first-class rail ticket and I'll be there like a shot. Or better still, send his nibs in rolls.
Yeah, listen, Elsie, if you're ready.
Yeah, well, Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, Misery, aren't you going to wave her goodbye? She's given you long and hard service, you with that.
You make her sound like a flaming cart horse, you.
She did a fair day's work for a fair day's pay. We don't owe each other anything.
Pig.
Listen, you sit down, we'll do the washing up.
You will not. Me and Len will do it when you've gone. It'll only take us 5 minutes, won't it, love?
What's that?
The washing up. Always helps me with the washing up, don't you, love?
Don't know what?
Help me with the washing up.
Oh, yes, oh, I do, yeah. Otherwise she'd break me out.
Take no notice. He's only kidding.
Yeah, well, you must come round to me sometime. I'm not in your league, of course, but, well, I can throw quite a good steak and chips together.
Oh, modesty. Honestly, he's better in the kitchen than I am at the fancy stuff.
Jack, tell her that story you told me about that tortoise.
What story is that, love?
You know, where those children had written something on its shell and that old lady found it and brought it to your
Oh,
office.
yeah, she said, please, could I read the tortoise for you? She thought it were its address on the back.
But she couldn't see properly.
Oh, poor old Batman, a heart attack. She'd be able to make out what it did say.
Oh, honestly, children today.
I know. I've warned our Tracy. If she grows up into a punk rocker, I'm disowning her.
Oh, you two have got children, then?
Yes, we have. Separately, though.
Yeah, we're not married. Well, we are, but not to each other.
I'd shut up if I were you before you make it worse. What she means is she's married and separated, and he's a widower.
But you're both enjoying it. You're having a great time, aren't you? Well, you are, aren't you?
Yes, we are then.
He says he'll be delighted.
Did he?
Yes, and thrilled. Hey, and you should get a decent present off him and all.
Bert!
Well, what's Mike Baldwin got to spend his money on apart from having a good time, that is?
Take no notice of him. He's got a very peculiar sense of humour.
I am not joking. Listen, if he asks you what you want, you tell him you want a power drill and a full set of tools. There's some belters on the market.
I don't need a power drill.
No, but I do.
Hey, that reminds me of talking about money. I've worked out final cost at wedding and reception, well, as near as I can get it. If I give you figures, will you let your mum know to see if it's OK before I go any further?
I forgot to tell you in all the kerfuffle. She rang me earlier on. She's coming up tomorrow.
Oh, I thought she weren't coming till the day before wedding.
Well, she wants to come up sooner and help organise everything.
Oh, that's not necessary. I've got everything in hand.
Well, she's coming anyway.
Hey, love, don't be like that. It's her wedding as well, you know. And besides, you'll enjoy having a little friend to help you with it, won't you?
You've got the lot now, have you? You've forgotten nothing. Mattress, coal scuttle, kitchen sink.
Let's get gone, shall we? Now, you be a good girl and behave yourself. And make sure you sell my house for a decent price.
That is the agent's job, not mine.
Well, you're the one that's going to be showing them around. Now, make a good impression. Show them what a little gem they get in. Come on.
If you were going to sneak out without saying goodbye to me, I'd cancel your invite to me.
As if I'd do a thing like that to you. Hey, and you look after her. And you look after him.
And you? Are you coming? Or do I drive off without you?
Oh, you can see what a big, strong, masterful type he really is.
Bye, kids. See you soon. Not before.
See you in church. Draw. Right. Bye.
Bye.
God. You look like I feel.
Room service?
You must be joking.
Why? What does a girl have to do to get a cup of tea in this place?
Make it yourself.
Double 852. Yes, it's for sale. Oh, not tonight. That's not possible, I'm afraid. Well, I can't say when.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have I?
Was that somebody about the house?
No.
It was.
Well, if you know, why'd you ask?
You are supposed to be trying to sell it, you know.
I do know. Hey, do you fancy some breakfast?
Yeah?
That does not mean I'm making it.
Come on, then.
You know, it's at times like this you miss out and you've got to make your own breakfast.
I hope you aren't going to put folk off buying this house.
Oh, don't go on.
No, I mean, just because it'd mean you'd have to find somewhere else to live. I don't think it's very fair on Elsie.
Hey, perhaps tomorrow you won't have to make her own breakfast.
I said I don't think it's very fair.
And I said perhaps tomorrow you won't have to make her own breakfast.
Why?
Your mother's arriving today.
Oh.
Oh, perhaps she'll bring us breakfast in bed.
Knowing my mother, there'll only be one person having breakfast in bed.
You reject all the way from your first cigarette.
Right, I'm off. Now, all you've got to do is clear the table and wash up.
Right, love.
Oh, and wipe them for me, will you, Bert? I don't want to pile of pots on the draining board if she calls this dinner time.
No, love.
Bert, you will see houses nice and straight for me, won't you?
I'd whitewash the coal and all, only we're on gas.
All right, but I'm happy in my own mind if I know things the way they should be.
Aye, and I'd be happier in my mind if you got to where you should be.
Listen, get carpet a quick once over, will you? It's sweeper for me.
I
Just
don't
round
believe
table,
it.
love. I'm off. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
Bye, Mum. I think it was the Queen that were coming. I mean, it's only Gail's mum.
Oh, and I forgot. Put milk bottles out off the side of the sink, will you? I'm off,
Yes.
love. Ta-ra.
I mean, she won't even notice what Faust is like. We all know what Gail's mum's like.
Oh, I know, but your mum thinks everybody's like she is. Fussy.
Well, I like Gail's mum, though. She's a bit of fun. Hey, it's really great of her to come and help sort things out.
Aye. Well,
What?
I don't know. It's just the idea of your mum and Audrey Potter as a pair of joint organisers. It's a bit like having Jackie Milburn and Nat Lofthouse on the same team, you know what I mean? I mean, they terrify the opposition, but they wouldn't half get in each other's road at the corner kicks.
You what?
Never mind.
Would you like a cup of tea, love?
No, thank you, no. No, Alf, I just called round to see how you were surviving while Rena's away.
Oh, I'm surviving all right, eh? I was a bachelor for long enough, you know.
Ah, I know that. But it never fails to amaze me how, after only a few weeks of marriage, a man becomes completely helpless. Without a woman to look after him, he is lost. Now, look what happened when Rita went away with Bet.
Did I hear my name mentioned?
Hello, dear. Just called round to see that Alf was getting on all right.
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Walker. I'm keeping an eye on Alf, aren't I, Chuck? It's like you were saying yourself, Mrs. Walker. When a man's been married, there are certain comforts he gets used to. Can't do without, in fact.
Is it something you wanted from the shop, Bet?
Do you know, I forgot what it was I came down for. I'll tell you what, I'll go back up, have a think, and come back later. See you down at Caesar's Palace, Mrs. Walker.
She's a laugh a minute, is Bet, isn't she?
Yes. Remarkable personality, that girl. Quite remarkable.
But you said you wanted a proper honeymoon, going away somewhere.
Well, I do.
And now you're saying we can't afford it.
Yeah.
How much have you got left in your post office?
About £15.
Brian!
Well, I've had to buy a lot of stuff, haven't I?
What?
A new suit,
Yeah?
new shoes, shirt, tie, socks, underwear, pyjamas. Expensive pyjamas.
And why did you ever say
Well, I've still got the money left from selling my bike. It's in my building society.
Oh, Brian.
I know.
That's for a deposit and furniture.
I know.
We could take some of it.
We could start saving properly when we get back.
Shall we?
No, why not?
Can we go abroad?
Well, I don't think we should take out more than, say, £150.
Each. Both. I wasn't serious about going abroad anyway. I've got some Eccles cakes for you.
Oh, tar.
It'll be great to go anywhere. Honest, Brian. Blue, 8852. Yeah. Well, sometime tonight if you like. After 5:30. Yeah, okay. You know where it is? See you then. Bye-bye. Somebody about the house?
How do you fancy the Isle of Man?
Yeah?
It'd be a bit different. We could get the boat from Liverpool.
Yeah?
Oh, I know it's not abroad, but...
Oh, Brian!
Hang on. Go ahead, I'm all full of Eccles cake.
Not my line either.
Flipping dinner parties. I was praying that somebody'd ring up with a burst.
Was it that bad?
Well, you're beginning to forget that at a dinner party after a while, don't you? You just start supping and eating and telling a few jokes. Hey, tell you what, though, that fella Jack isn't too bad, you know. What's his name?
Mavis's young man.
Yeah, he's not bad at all. He's quite intelligent. I mean, considering.
Ah, don't knock it, Len. They make a very nice couple, him and Mavis.
Here, has anybody said out to you about this wedding?
What wedding's that?
What weddings? Where have you been the last 6 months?
Cleaning windows, standing in here, sleeping in my bed, and minding my own business.
And are your ears made out of chamois leather and all that? Gail Potter and Brian Tilsley, that's whose wedding.
Oh, I know about that wedding, don't I?
Oh, you do? Well, do you know if we're going to get invited then, seeing as you know so much?
I hope not. I don't like getting dressed up like a dog's dinner.
I've heard they're having it at the co-op, the reception.
I thought they only did funerals.
Well, if they do funerals, they can do weddings. There's not all that much difference.
No, I suppose not.
You're not your usual chirpy self today, Albert.
That's supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
Well, it weren't. And I didn't know you were employed to make jokes at the expense of your customers.
Oh, but I am. You know, like they used to have court jesters. Well, you'd remember them, wouldn't you? Anyway, I'm Newton Ridley version. Hello there.
Right.
Miss me, have you? I'll be back as soon as I can.
You know, I reckon he deserves a medal, stopping on his own in that shop with you.
Go on, you're only jealous.
What's up with you? Oh, no, only more of what you just seen.
What?
That whole performance with Bet.
Ah, she's only joking. Isn't she?
Look, it's no joke when she's at it morning, noon and night.
Night as well.
Oh, give over, Len. Listen, Annie Walker came round this morning. She got all the same thing, smiles, innuendo, all that. You're not telling me that Reenie's not going to get wind of it when she gets back?
She knows what Bet's like.
Yeah, but she's going to wonder. She's bound to wonder at the back of her mind. Look at her now.
Hey, why don't you play along with her?
You what? I want to stop her, not encourage her.
Now, shut up, mate. I'm just telling you how to if you listen. Next time she gets a bit fruity, take her up on it.
And then what?
Well, she'll disappear like a cloud of dust, won't she? I mean, if she thought that you really fancied her, I mean, she'd be off like a shot, wouldn't she?
Thank you very much.
She'd probably go away for the week until Reenie gets back.
Good idea. Hey, you think she would?
I'm willing to take a bet on you, mate.
I mean, look at her now.
Well, go on, give her some bet on medicine.
All right, I will.
Start with a nice, big, beaming smile, don't you?
Guess who I've got with me?
Mum! Hello, love. How are you? Here I am again.
I met her crossing the street. Do you know what I did? I went out with no money, so I much dash. See you.
Well, how are you?
Fine. You?
Oh, not bad. I find I need a bit more sleep these days, though. Mum! Look, I hope you don't mind me cadging board and lodging for a week.
Don't be down.
I just thought you might want me round.
I do. Oh, Mum.
Oh, I hope this is going to be such a happy time for you, my love, because God knows you deserve it. Now, I didn't come here to be all miserable. Are they looking after you all right? That's what I want to know.
Who?
Well, your in-laws, Holly and...
Ivy and Bert.
Well, they've been arranging everything, haven't they? I mean, all this Catholic business, it's all for their benefit, isn't it? Well, you haven't been feeling outnumbered, you know, on your own.
They've been very nice, honest.
Oh, well, I'm here now, so everything's going to be okay. And it is going to be the happiest day of your life, because I am going to see that it is, all right?
Yes, Mum.
No, I just thought you'd enjoy a cup of tea, you know, after slaving away all the dinner hour.
You're not wrong, love.
Well, I know what it's like being on your feet for hours and then don't forget.
Yeah, I suppose you do.
So I thought to myself, I'll give Bet a bit of a surprise.
Well, ta very much.
There you are, love. And help yourself to a chocolate biscuit.
Oh, I don't know about that. I've got my figure to watch, you know.
Ah, well, you're not the only one, neither.
Well, perhaps just the one.
Oh, blast. Listen. Don't go away, will you?
Hardly.
I'll be back in a minute.
Come in. Mum.
Oh, hello. I just thought I'd pop round and show myself.
Hello, love. Nice to see you again.
Now, don't let me stop you eating.
No, come on, sit yourself down. We've nearly finished anyway.
Thanks.
I'm glad you've come, because I've got something to show you. Brian, pass us that list, love.
Gail said you'd be coming sometime today.
Well, I had some time off owing me, so I thought, why not?
Now, look, have a look at this.
Ooh.
This is guest list.
Well, how many does it add up to?
36. But at the moment, it can sort of vary from half a dozen each side.
Big family, aren't you?
And this is a sample menu, you know, for reception. Mind you, they don't guarantee just that, but if not, that's something like it. There's 4 courses, you see.
£4.50 a head.
Plus VAT.
Yeah, and it includes a glass of sherry when you arrive.
Well, it'd want to do for that, love. It'd want to include a whole bottle for that.
Why do you think it's expensive?
Well, I never was any good with sums, but I can add up money, and if there are 30 at £4.50 a head, well, I'm not going to see much change in 150 quid, am I?
Others we looked at were dearer, weren't they, Bert? Bert?
Yes, love. The co-op was definitely the cheapest, definitely.
Yeah, well, it might be, love, and they might give us a divvy on this and all, but, well, I'm sorry, look. No way can I afford that.
Well, I'm sorry that we seem to have gone and done something wrong, but somebody had to get something organised.
Oh, yes, of course.
Because
they
otherwise
did.
we'd have been...
Hey, look, there's no need to panic. Look, Audrey, love, well, we'd be very happy to chip in towards the cost, you know what I mean? No, we've spoke about it, Ivy and me. We said we'd help out if it got a bit on the high side, you know.
No.
Look, love, we understand your situation and we don't mind, honestly.
No, I will pay for reception. I mean, I shan't pay for the reception here, but, I mean, it's my daughter's wedding. So if I can only afford hot dogs from a stall, I am the one that's going to pay for it, so thank you very much, but no.
But what are we going to do about...
For a start, I mean, do we have to have all these 30?
Well, unless there's something on your side that you want to get rid of.
Oh, if it be fair, if we lose any from our side, there'll only be me and Gail left.
Look, I'm going to see Gail, right? So we've both been Elsa's if you want us.
Now, this is not to do with you two, love. You've got the easy bit.
Hey!
Aye.
What's the matter?
Right, your mum's not happy with what the coat would cost. Who's upstairs?
Susie showing someone around. What's my mum been saying?
That you can't afford the co-op. You know what I sometimes think, love? That we should have just got married on the quiet. You know, getting a green job and not told anybody till afterwards.
Well, I don't. I want a day I can remember for the rest of my life.
And that's what we're going to get if we're not careful.
I knew my mum would go and put her foot in it.
So, back where you started, so that's it.
Well, thank you very much. Oh, and is this your young man then, is it?
No, that's Brian, Gail's fiancé.
Fiancé, eh? Oh, when's the happy day then?
It's Saturday.
Oh, well, I wish you all the best. Mind you, you'll never be happier than what you are now. And that's the fact.
What do you mean things get worse?
Oh, you might be lucky, love. I hope so. Anyway, thanks for your time. And thanks for being so honest about everything. You know, it's not often you meet someone as honest as your friend here.
Oh?
I'll talk to my husband about what you said about the foundations and that. Mind you, the house looks all right, though, doesn't it? But like you say, it's been up a long time. Anyway, all the best for Saturday, then.
Thanks.
Ta-ra.
Thanks.
Bye. Foundations, what's she on about?
I'm only surprised Susie didn't tell her about the roof as well.
The roof?
The roof she won't have over her head if someone buys this place. What you been telling that woman?
What about?
You know very well what about. The house, the foundations.
I've been showing her around like I'm supposed to, haven't I?
Hey, I'll go.
Oh, no. It's only me.
No.
What happened?
Happened?
About the reception.
Oh, look, are you all that bothered about having it at the co-op, love? Because, to be honest, it is a bit pricey. I mean, would it break your heart if you had it somewhere else?
Well, where else would we get at this short notice?
Well, I was thinking, what was the name of that nice little pub at the corner where you had your 21st?
The Rovers?
The Rovers?
Well, I thought they put on a very good do for your 21st, didn't you, Brown?
Yeah. Well, it was all right.
Didn't you, Susie?
Fabulous.
Well, why not there again? I shall go and fix it all up just as soon as I've unpacked it. That's all right with you, love.
She should have told us to start off with, and then we'd have known where we stood.
We always knew.
I didn't. I'll go.
I'll go.
Oh, it's you.
Hello. I hope I'm not an inconvenience.
What do you want?
Well, you see, the presents list doesn't seem to have got around to me yet, so as I was passing any road, I thought I'd just drop in and see if I could have a look at it. Well, me and Stan would like to get 'em somewhat, you know, we'd be in close neighbours and that.
Gail's got it.
Oh, blushing bride, eh? Oh, well, I'll have to get it off her then, won't I?
That's right.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it keeps fine for Saturday then, eh? For the wedding.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Well, I'll say ta-ra for now then, eh?
Ta-ra, Hilda.
Bye, Hilda.
See myself out.
The cheeky. You know what she would after, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, she's the last one that'll get an invitation.
Oh, I don't know, though. The way things are going, we can invite Stan and Hilda, and then they can have that room at the Co-op all to themselves.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, no. See to it, will you, Fred? How do they do it?
Years of practice, Mrs. Walker. The pubs have been open an hour and a half. Many a lad I know can get stoned out of his mind in an hour and a half.
I suppose if you set your mind to it.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Mrs. Walker. I think it's disgusting. They shouldn't come into respectable
I'm
pubs.
surprised you served him.
If you're getting at me, Albert, he was as steady as a rock when he came in here. I reckon mine must have been the pint that broke the camel's back.
He reminds me of your Ethel's fella.
Get away. Our Ethel's fella were a lot worse than him. Our Ethel's fella had DTs. He did, you know. Delirious trembles.
Ooh, lovely.
Well, you wouldn't think they were so lovely if you had them.
He used to see elephants in the bedroom.
Did he? Hilda has same complaints, haven't you, Hilda?
Oh, clever.
Oh, Fred, have you disposed of him?
Oh, it's all right, Mrs. Walker. I've got him outside. I propped him up against the wall.
Not against our wall.
It's all right, don't worry.
But I do worry. Could you move him?
Well, what do you want me to do, Mrs. Walker? Drag him up the street and prop him up outside the Methodist or
Would
something?
you?
I'm only joking, Mrs. Walker.
Well, I certainly am not.
Hey, Steve, is that drunk outside, propped up on the corner?
Oh, you mean the fellow with the copper standing over him? Pint and a scotch, please, Mrs. Walker.
There you go, Mrs. Walker. He's in good hands, I told you.
Hey, you gonna have another? Oh, no, I'd better get off.
What's your rush? She's still here, isn't she? By the way, how's it going?
Hey, manning a lot easier than I thought it would. Good lad. Anyway, I'll see you. Oh, sorry, love.
Oh, look who's come in.
Well, you lot sound frisky enough. You're like a girl for 10 years younger.
10 years younger, Don. You wouldn't be allowed to drink in here.
Oh, isn't it lovely?
Hey, what are you going to have, love? No, I'll get it. As a man has given this young lady's daughter away, I claim the privilege.
So long as that's the only privilege you're claiming, young
I'm
man.
not promising anything now.
I must tell Gail to get married more often.
What can I get you then?
Oh, a gin and tonic, please. And could I have a word with the landlady, please?
Go get her.
Don't think he likes me.
Are you bothered?
Not
You having the
special.
same again, Lynn, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, same again, will you?
And I'll have another one as well.
Oh, and one for him.
Do you know, I still can't believe that that's Gail's mum.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? My mum was like that, you know. A bit like a film star.
Did you like it?
Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't.
Well, I definitely wouldn't.
Your mum's the homely sort, is she?
Very.
That figures.
Mrs. Potter? Mrs. Potter? Was there something I could do for you?
Oh, yes. I know it's short notice, but do you think you could manage to do Gail's reception here?
Well, I suppose so. We do have the select.
Oh, it is very nice.
I couldn't, of course, do the actual catering myself. I should have to get an outside caterer. But I would take full responsibility for absolutely everything. Now, dear, how many were you thinking of?
30.
Oh, that's hardly any number at all, is it? Well, I do know they do a very fine set meal. Turkey or perhaps duckling with all the trimmings and the choice of vegetables. And to start with, soup or fruit juice.
How much?
Pardon?
Well, how much would it cost? How much a head?
Oh, it's very reasonable, dear. Yes, I don't think it's more than about, £4 per head. Plus VAT, of course.
You know, there must be a lot of people in this country who have got far more money than they're letting on.
Really?
Well, somebody must be eating all these meals. I'm sure it's nobody I know. I wonder, do you think they might do it for, say, £3 a head?
I could inquire.
Tell them to cut the turkey a bit thinner, eh? Thanks, love.
Thin turkey. It says it all. It really does.
What was that, Mrs. Walker?
You give me fever with your kisses, fever when you hold me tight. Fever?
It's only me.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't do that, Alf.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make you jump?
Jump? My little heart's going 10 to a dozen.
Only I thought I'd wait up for you.
Well, that's very nice of you, Chuck, but I'm over 21 just.
I thought you might like a nightcap.
Oh, that's nice of you, Alf, but another time, eh? Only when you're working in a pub all night, you sort of absorb booze through your pores.
I've made some sandwiches.
You don't mind if I give it a miss, do you? I've got a headache.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind, I'll see you in the morning one time.
Of course you will.
Yes, I'll bring your breakfast up. In bed.
Oh. Well, I thought I might have this lie in, get some much-needed beauty sleep.
Oh,
you know.
you don't need beauty sleep, love. Not you.
Oh, well, maybe you must. Night.
Good night. Sweet dreams.
Ready for bed, love?
Don't you want a cup of cocoa or something, love?
Oh, not tonight, love. I'll be flat out as soon as my head touches the pillow tonight. Oh, no.
Who could it be this time?
Well, I don't know, do I?
Hello, love. Hello, Bert.
Hello, love.
I'm sorry if it's a bit late, but you know how chucking out time seems to creep up on you. It does on me, anyway.
Yes, well, we better go on in then, haven't we?
No. You'll be wanting to get to bed with working tomorrow, but I just had to tell you about the reception in case you was worrying.
What?
I fixed it. Buffet lunch for 30.
At the Cobb?
At the Rovers. Do you know, I don't know why we didn't think of it at first, but then you never do see a place when it's right under your nose, do you? Well, I've said my piece, so I'm going. I'll see you tomorrow. Ta-ra!
Ta-ra, love. Ivy, just leave it. Leave it until tomorrow.
But the Rovers, Bert. The Rovers of all places.
Yes, I know, but I'm tired.
You're tired? Oh, well, you better go up then, ain't you, Bert? Go on, you go to bed. Don't worry about me, because I shan't sleep. Shan't sleep a wink after hearing that.
Who is it?
It's me. I mean, it could hardly be anybody else, could it? There's nobody else here.
Yeah.
Just the two of us.
I know Alf, love.
There's no Reenie. Nobody.
Don't keep saying that, Alf.
Why not?
I'm waiting for me tea, aren't I?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've made you a cup.
And it's just what the doctor ordered. Bayek, you're a smasher.
Could be.
Yeah, Alf, yeah.
Do you want your tea?
Put it on the side, will you, Alf? There's a good lad.
Well, it'll get cold. I thought you were waiting for it.
I am. Great.
Well, nay. Hadn't you better sit up? You're going to spill it.
Yeah, I will, won't I? Open curtains, will you, Alf? Let's see how world outside's doing. Oh, that's better.
Aye, it is. I can see you now.
Bayek, that's no bonus. Better look a right mess.
Not to me, you don't. I'm not what you said, you know.
What did I say?
You said you're a good lad, Alf. But I'm not. I mean, folk round here think I am. But I'm not really.
Of course you are. It's lovely.
You don't know me, dear.
Of course I do.
No, not properly. Not inside.
Oh, no, not inside. We're mates, aren't we, Alfie? Mates?
You knock on the floor if you want another cup of tea. Or anything.
Oh, it's me, isn't it? Well, yeah. But as soon as I tried it on, the woman in the shop, she said, "That is definitely you." Oh, I know they always say that, but this time she wasn't kidding. Oh, it is. It's me. I don't care what you say.
It's a bit frilly. Oh. I mean, you're not being a bridesmaid or anything.
Well, I could be, though, in this, couldn't I? Eh?
I think somebody wants to come in.
Well, I'd open the door before they have it off the hinges. Oh, it is unusual, though, isn't it, love? Well, it's lovely material.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh, good. I've caught you.
Yes, you have, love. Just at the right time now. What do you think of my wedding outfit? Go on, speak your mind. I know you're an honest woman.
It's very nice, but
yes, it is, isn't it? Well, it's me, though, isn't it? Don't you think it's me?
Yes, I do think it, yes.
There
yes.
you go. Now, there speaks the voice of experience. These kids, they know nothing. Well, it's lovely to see you, Ivy. What can I do for you?
Well, it's about these wedding arrangements. I'm still not satisfied with them. I'd still rather go to co-op.
Yes, I know how you feel, love. I wish there was something I could do, but I can't afford the co-op.
But there is something you can do. You can let me and Bert chip in, like we said.
Look, no, it is my daughter getting married. Let's leave it as it is.
And that's your final word?
Yes.
You know your trouble, don't you? You're pig-headed.
Oh, you're right. She's absolutely right. I used to drive my mother mad. Well, we've all got our funny little ways, haven't we? We're none of us perfect. Oh, now, you don't think this is too fancy, do you? Well, it is a wedding, you know. It does come under the heading of happy events.
Hello, Alf. I thought you'd been shop.
No, I'm here.
Yeah. I'll just get my bag.
What would you say to a nice, quiet cup of coffee?
Phew. I'd love one off, but I'd better be off. You know what Annie Walker's like. She won't like to think of me sitting here having a cup of coffee with you.
What the eye doesn't see, the heart doesn't grieve over.
No, that's very true. When did you say Rini were coming back?
Well, I didn't, as a matter of fact, because I don't rightly know. But don't worry about it. I mean, she always rings up before she arrives. She'll not just burst in and catch us at anything.
There's now to catch us, that, is there? Well, I'd better be off.
Are you sure you don't want that cup of coffee?
Absolutely positive. God, look at time.
It's not easy letting you go, you know.
Now, Alf.
Right, that is the washing up done. Never say I don't do anything. Oh, I know what you're thinking. What? You're thinking how horrible men are and how you'd never marry one if he was last one on earth.
How did you guess?
Because I'm clever.
Hey, Suze, it's Saturday.
No, it's not. It's Wednesday.
No, I mean the wedding's Saturday.
Oh, we having a wedding? Oh, you never said.
You'll be just the same when it happens to you.
I had an answer for that, but now you'll never know. Doodaloo. Oh, hello, Ivy. Haven't we done this before?
Yes, we have. Is Gail in?
Yes, if she's the one with stars in her eyes. Come in.
I'll not keep you. That florist, you know, the one you recommended.
Fleming's.
Fleming's. I told Bert it began with an F.
It's very good. It's on Victoria Street.
That's all I wanted, love.
Stop for a cup of tea. There's one in the pot.
Do you know, I think I will. I've been running round like something not right all morning.
I'll get the pot.
Double 852.
Yes, love.
Yes, it's still for sale. Oh, well, not tonight, I'm afraid. We're all out. When's best time for you? Well, yeah, evenings. Well, I can't say when. We're a bit mixed up, you see. We've got the builders in doing the damp patch in the bedrooms. Oh. Well, speak to your husband then. OK, bye-bye.
What builders? I didn't know we got builders coming.
Well, he wanted to come tonight and we're all out.
I'm not. And you don't tell folk you got damp patches when you're trying to sell them an house.
Oh, do you know, I never thought. In a daft. Try.
Only when it suits you.
You know, it's a nice little house, this, isn't it? They spent some money on it, Elsie and her husband that was.
Yeah, I think so. It's very nice upstairs.
You and our Brian could do a lot worse than this, you know.
You mean buy it?
Yeah, why not? It's handy, isn't it, for work and everything?
Yeah. I'll have a word with Brian about it.
Yeah, you do. I can't think why I never thought of it before.
I want you.
I've not had a drink yet.
Never mind your drink. Your mother's had another of her bright ideas.
What?
She wants us to think about buying Elsie's.
Elsie's?
Yeah, Elsie's, number 11.
That's only just up the street.
I know it, you know it, and she knows it.
Hey, I'm not having that.
That makes two of us, so think of something to tell her.
Fred, have you noticed how funny about Alf Roberts lately?
Not since he had his head banged. They were a bit funny then.
Well, I reckon he's still funny. And I'm living with him, in a manner of speaking.
You mean,
Yeah, I mean.
Get away. Has he tried it on?
Well, not exactly, no, but he's getting a bit fruity. There's been a lot of heavy hinting and heavy breathing.
It's maybe just your imagination. Well, you know what I mean. If you haven't scored yourself lately, it's maybe just a bit of wishful thinking.
Yeah, cheeky devil. Forget I asked.
Hey, you got the crack? I was trying to pull back. You're scared stiff.
Well, what's all this? What's so funny then?
It's a put-up job, mate. Al's taking the mickey.
Oh, he's not, is he?
Yeah, and I think he's making a good job of it.
Oh, I like it. Hey, but can you buy tickets?
Yeah, but don't say anything, will you? Especially to G. He's got a big mouth.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hello, darling.
Hello,
Mr. Bolton.
Mike, darling, Mike, I'm giving your daughter away.
Oh, I know, it's very good of you. I'm only sorry I can't supply the real thing. Not that you're not just as good as me.
Yeah, I know that. And listen, if I give the daughter away, do I get to keep the mother?
Oh, certainly, in luxury.
Yeah, right. Come on, then. What should we do, then? Have a drink. What can I press you to, apart from my manly chest?
I could murder a gin and tonic, please.
Your mother's in.
A gin and tonic, please.
We're not talking about my mother, we're talking about yours. And all the bright ideas that turn into nightmares.
Oh, they're only ideas.
Well, I don't want to hear another idea as long as I live.
Oh, I love it.
Hello, Mum.
I've had this wonderful idea. Now, how would this be? You know that outfit that you think's too fancy? Well, would you think it would be too fancy for matron of honour? What? Matron of honour. Do you know, it just come to me in a flash in the middle of Tesco. Well, that's one for the book, isn't it? Audrey Potter, matron of honour.
Hey, why didn't I think of it before, Bert? 2 doors down, streets down, as it face. I wonder why it was. Why I didn't think of it before?
I don't know, love.
Hey, won't it be lovely? No traipsing miles to see him.
Hey, and
Yes, and her. Well?
Well, what?
Well, did you see Gail?
Oh, about the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked it over, but we can't afford it, Mum.
What do you mean you can't afford it?
We can't afford it. That's why we come to live here, so as we can save up.
Well, you don't have to bother about saving up these days. Government's very good to young couples.
Oh, they're not that good.
He's right, love, they're not.
I would have loved to, Mum, you know that. But it's just way over our heads. Hey, I've got a laugh here, though. Guess what Gail's mother's come to the wedding as?
What?
Matron of honour. I mean, you've got to laugh, haven't you? Matron of honour.
Hey, it's a bit cheeky, that, isn't it, love? Matron of honour? I mean, she's not even a nurse, is she? And
It's
even
not
she-
funny, Bert.
Oh, come on, of course it is.
You know what she's doing, don't you? She's hogging all limelight, that's what she's doing.
Oh, come on, Ivy, please, give it a rest. I don't know, you women. Do you know something? I think you're going to be fighting on the flaming altar steps.
Well, given chance I might be. But I'm not going to get chance, am I? Because she's going to be one up there with bride and groom. I'm going to be in a flipping bench.
Why don't you get married?
Why don't you?
Well, I would if I could meet anybody I fancied.
Would you?
Of course I would. Why not? You know, I'm not looking after the same as any other fellow.
Well, now, Mr. Tatlock, there's a little bit more to marriage than just being looked after, you know.
Not when you get to my age, there isn't. Hey, is it your shout or mine?
It's yours, actually, but seeing as how you're saving up to get married... Same again, please, Bet. Same again, please, Bet. Excuse me.
Hey, if you go in, leave the money.
Our money going at 2 yards.
How many do you think you can get in one job?
Quiet, please. Can we have a bit of quiet, please? Excuse me, can we have some quiet? Can I have a bit of hush? Can I have some hush?
Oi! What's going on?
Well, I am an usher.
You're a flipping nana. And he's my second in command. Do you wonder I nearly go bankrupt every week?
Well, you've got to have a bit of a laugh, haven't you?
Not over jokes like that, you haven't, no.
I'm laughing up. Here, come over here.
What?
That's right, is it? What you said, you're going to be one of the ushers.
Yeah.
Oh, well, do us a favour, look. You know when you ask them what side they're going to be on, bride or grooms? Well, if they seem undecided or don't know what you're talking about, shove them onto Gail's side. We're a bit short on that side, you see, with there being nobody from her father's side.
Right, sure.
Hello. Oh, you're looking very well again.
Hello, Mrs. Ogden.
It must be very exciting for you, mother of the bride, eh?
Oh, yes, it is a love wedding.
Oh, I do too.
You don't get too many, do you, Chuck?
No.
Well, aren't you coming on Saturday, then?
Oh, not to the reception, no. No, we haven't been asked, you see. But we're hoping to be at the church, though. And I just overheard what you were saying to this young gentleman here, and we'll definitely be on your side.
Oh, well, that's nice, isn't it? Well, I'd love to have you at the reception, Mrs. Ogden.
Oh, would you?
But you see, it isn't my say-so, and you have to be so careful when other people are making the arrangements, don't you?
Hey, what's this? I thought you'd already made the arrangements. I thought you were having this place.
Well, I don't need to tell them that, do I?
Mrs. Walker, phone.
Oh, thank you. Anne Walker here.
Oh, it's Mrs. Tilsley here, Mrs. Walker. I won't come in because, well, you'll see. Is Mrs. Potter in?
Yes, she is indeed, and enjoying herself immensely. Would you like a word with her?
Oh, no, it's just, she hasn't made arrangements for the function, has she?
The wedding breakfast, yes.
Oh, by the way, you've heard the latest, haven't you, about her wanting to be matron of honour?
Really? Hardly a suitable title, would you say? Still, we mustn't be ungenerous, must we?
No, well, it wasn't that anyway. It's just, these arrangements, can I alter them?
Oh, dear.
Well, I mean for something better.
Oh, yes, I can always improve, can't one? It's just that some of us don't like lower standards. Now, what had you got in mind, dear? In the end, Mrs. Potter ordered the very cheapest set meal.
And there is a better one then, is there?
Oh, indeed, yes. They do an excellent set meal starting with fruit juice or soup, and then turkey, perhaps duckling with all the trimmings. Choice of vegetables.
Oh, and we can have that one then, can we?
Oh, yes, indeed, no problem at all. There is just one thing, dear. Will Mrs. Potter be...
Oh, no, we'll be paying. Well, for the extra. If you could work it out and then let us know, Mr. Tilsley will pay. Oh, and by the way, Mrs. Walker, I'd be grateful if you wouldn't mention it to Mrs. Potter. You know, she might be a bit... between you and me and the gatepost, I don't think she's very well off.
I see. Well, it'll be a very nice surprise for her, won't it? Fine, then I'll get to work on it. Thank you very much, Mrs. Tilsley. Bye.
Bye.
You know the answer, don't you?
Eh? Oh, stop it, Fred.
Chloroform. Get some chloroform, slip it on Hanky. If he gets over the top, shove it in his kisser.
It's not that bad.
It might be, though. If he gets a dual alley altogether, it could get worse.
Hey, are you trying to get me drunk? Because if you are, remember, I am a respectable mother whose daughter is getting married Saturday. And if she's out like me, it won't be 5 minutes before I'm a respectable grandmother.
Hello, look. I'm not disturbing out, am I?
No, I'm all on you. Just having a little think.
Oh, well, you've got lots to think about, haven't you? Look, love, I just wanted a quick word with you. Well, I don't exactly know how to put this.
Sit down, it might help.
Aye. Well, it's about... Well, to be honest, it's Ivy. And I just want you to understand that, well, it's only because she's so fond of our Brian that she's been behaving the way she has.
I know that.
I knew you did. And it's just that, well, this wedding, well, it's a special day for her and all, and, well, frankly, I don't want anything to spoil it for her. And do you know something? She'll grow on you, you know. She will. You watch. She'll work her fingers to the bone for you. She'll work like a Trojan. But it's just that, well, when Brian came in and said that your mother had said something, not that we've out against your mother, love, I mean, we haven't, don't get me wrong, it's just that, well, she said something about being a matron of honour, I don't know.
Is Ivy very upset?
Yes, love, yes, she is.
I'll talk to me, Mum.
Well,
It's
I
all
don't...
right. I'll talk to her. I think I know how Ivy feels.
Yeah, well, I don't want to make a federal case of it, love.
I know. You're having a rough time on the quiet, aren't you?
I am, Chuck, yeah. But we come up smiling, don't we?
Of course we do.
Do you know something, Gail? I couldn't have wished for anybody nicer for our Brian. And I mean that. Honest. You know that, don't you?
I know.
And you know something else? I think I'm going to enjoy getting a new daughter-in-law.
Me too. I've never had a father before. Well,
Hey, don't you be thinking I'm an old softy, you know, because I'm not. Come Saturday, you'll have a writing, so you better just watch it.
Hello, have we got visitors?
Hello, love, I'm just off. On my way to earn an honest crust, as they say.
The effect I have on men. One look at my face and they hop it.
Oh, well, I better do the same then. See ya at the wedding, if not...
What did he want?
he came to talk about you.
Me?
Sit down, Mum.
Oh, heck. It's one of those, is it? Now, what have I done? Oh.
It's this idea you've had about being matron of honour.
Oh, lovey, look. Well, let me explain. Oh, fancy not being able to talk to my own daughter. Look, I have never given you anything, have I? No real father. The day you were born, I couldn't even give you a real name. And I've given you nothing much since.
I know all that, Mum.
So, you see, I thought, if I was up there with you, well, at least I could give you a bit of support. You know, if you fainted, I could catch you.
Can I ask you something?
Anything you like.
Will you be my matron of honour?
What did Bert want? It was her, wasn't it?
You upset her.
Oh, I didn't, did I? Yeah, I suppose I did.
I want you to be matron of honour. I'll explain it to Ivy.
We'll see.
Bet.
Oh, hello, Alf, love. I thought you might have gone up.
No, I've got the milk on for some cocoa.
No, not for me, thanks, love. I'm dropping. All I want to do is get to bed. No, I mean a good night's sleep.
Yeah, well, why not curl up for 5 minutes on the sofa?
Hey, I couldn't, love. Ah, bless you, though. Night.
You ready, love? I am, love. Betty Byes is definitely calling. Hey, who the heck's that at our door at this time of night?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Hello, love. You weren't going out, were you?
Well,
Going to bed. Going to bed? You can't go to bed at this time. I have just had the most lovely night out, and I thought to myself, why shouldn't the parents of the bride and the groom have a nice, quiet little drink together? So I bought this. Never knows what it's like, but who cares?
Well, go on, stir yourself. Break it open and get glasses out.
Yes, love. Right.
And I thought I'd... Oh, can I take my coat off?
Well, yes, if you're stopping.
Well, I thought I'd tell you the latest news while I was at it. I have decided not to be matron of honour.
Oh, no.
Yes. Well, you see, the thing is, I have got my latest gentleman friend coming down for the wedding. So I thought rather than let him stand there in the pew on his own, I'd stand with him. Well, he might feel a bit strange, you know what they're like. And I want him to enjoy himself. I mean, you never know, do you? He might land up being Gail's stepfather if he behaves himself. Not that I want him to behave himself that much, but you know what I mean.
Oh, but what a shame, though. I mean, you've got that lovely outfit.
Oh, yes, well, I thought that was a bit fancy for the wedding, so I'm wearing something else.
Do you hear that, Bert? Audrey's not being matron of honour.
Huh? Why not?
Well, there was another reason, actually. You see, I thought there were a few people around here who might think I was, well, you know, going it a bit, pushing myself.
Never. Who'd think a thing like that, then, Bert?
Well, I'm blowed if I know, Joe.
Anyway, here's to the parents, bless them.
The parents?
Don't move. I knew that was going to ring, that's why I came down. Hello? Oh, hang on. A fellow called Andy to speak to a fellow called Brian.
Hey, it's Andy.
He said he rang Brian's and he said to ring here.
Hello, me old mate. How are you? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, then. Nah, come straight to the house. Yeah. I'll see you on Friday, then. Bye. Best man. He's coming on Friday.
Hey, is he a merchant banker?
Nah, he's a mechanic on the Liverpool buses.
Hey, kid, more oil. Aren't we lucky when everyone's going so short?
Go to bed.
Yes, Mother.
Well, it's happening.
It had better.
Oh. Hey, is there any tea going? I've got a tongue like a corduroy cap. What time did you get up?
About an hour ago.
It's not too late, you know, to back out, I mean, if you've got cold feet.
I have got cold feet, actually.
Hey?
from sitting here.
Oh, you. Do you want a refill?
Yeah, go on.
Well, it's here, kid. W for wedlock day, or the day you make it legal, if you like.
Yeah,
How are you feeling?
fine.
You don't look very fine to me.
What's
going on? Bum. Breakfast, love. That's what's going on. Well, come on, get stuck in.
Oh, I can't eat that. Not this morning.
Right, pass it over there then. We'll have it. Hey, I'll have the egg, Dad. Right, there. Bacon. Wow.
I'll say something for you two. It takes a lot to put you off your grub.
Well, what's up with you? It's going to be yonks before we get another square meal, isn't it?
But Brian, aren't you just a little bit nervous?
No.
Well, my blood pressure's up and we haven't even got to church yet.
Oh, we'll look after you, love, won't we, Bri?
Yeah, of course we will, Mum. We've got you some smelling salts.
Yeah, and a dozen new hankies.
Look, you can laugh, pair of you, but it's a very... Well, it's no laughing matter.
Hey, up, look at the state of this. Morning. That's your best man there, that is.
State of him. He looks even worse than he did last night. Come on, your breakfast's getting cold.
I don't think I could stomach that this morning, Bri. Have you got hope for hangover?
Yeah, some liver salt and aspirin in the bathroom cabinet. Just help yourself.
Thanks a lot.
No. Poor lad. Shame.
Well, at least he's human. That's more than I can say for you two.
I'm only getting married, Mum.
Oh, is that all?
Well, if you ask me, I think it looks dead classy.
Yes, though I say it myself, it's not too bad. In fact, rather splendid for,
For a what, Mrs. Walker?
Well, it's hardly going to be a society wedding, is it?
How many society weddings have we had at Rovers?
The point I am trying to make, Bet, is that I have done my best to make the occasion special, and one can do no more.
One can't, Mrs. Walker. It's up to the riffraff now.
Hello, Mrs. Walker. Where do you want these?
Where do you think, Fred? Go on, have a stab.
Well, one for each place setting.
Got it in one.
Don't be so flaming sarky.
What are you thinking, Mrs. Walker? About your own wedding day?
Yes, Bet. Do you know, it was the one day in the whole of my life that I didn't feel on the defensive, threatened. In fact, I was just happy. And every time I looked at Jack, he was looking at me. Every time.
My God, she sounds like a piano falling down a fire escape, don't she? Morning, Hilda Love.
Morning. Now then, Mrs. Walker, where do you want me to start this morning? Just say the word. Mrs. Walker?
Start anywhere, Mrs. Ogden, except in here, because I have done everything in here myself, personally, and if you disturb so much as a molecule of air, I shall dismiss you. Industrial tribunal or no industrial tribunal? As if I would.
Ah, doesn't it all look nice?
Where did you have your wedding reception, Hilda?
A pub nearly next door to the church. Stan were only away from the bar about 20 minutes. Handle of his pine pot was still warm when he got back.
Bye, Heck, Hilda. You've lived life to dregs.
Pooh, you can say that again.
Hey, do you remember that fellow we met in Blackpool? The one who walked in the water with all his clothes on?
Got stung by a jellyfish.
Yeah, and you said they were deadly poisonous.
He went running after a policeman, you know.
It was a shame. He's very good looking, you know. Hey, kid, we've had some good times, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Oh, you've got a lot of mail.
Oh, I wonder if there's one from Elsie.
Oh, no, she'll send a telegram.
Oh, yeah.
What's supposed to be wrong with her?
She's got tonsillitis, according to Ron.
Could be all that fresh sea air. You know, it does you no good.
Hey, kid. Nick Hodson sent me a congratulations card.
I've been expecting him to shoot himself. He still might at the church at your feet.
Oh, yes, please.
I don't really feel my usual vivacious, glamorous self this morning.
Not surprised after what you drank last night. You're not going to get drunk today, are you, Mum?
If I do, I shall be very ladylike.
And that I would like to see.
I can be. What's the weather like?
Great.
Actually, I've just got two things to say to you.
What are them?
Well, firstly, never let him see his major cry. And he will do, because he's a fella and they can't help it. And secondly, you're going to make a smashing bride, because good looks run in the family.
Hey, and I've got something to say to you and all. If you don't get in the bathroom, I'll be in it.
Like you usually are, you mean?
Yeah.
Can I borrow your bubble bath?
Yeah, but don't go mad with them.
Mum,
Mm-hmm.
he'll not make me cry. Not Brian.
she's very sure of him, isn't she?
You know, I still can't help thinking of her as my little girl.
She isn't.
I know. But she is.
Is that you, Bert?
Yeah, and I've got the flowers so you can stop mithering. Hey, Brian, come here. I'll put your buttonhole in.
Hey, did you see Gail when he took the flowers?
Yeah, and everything's all right, so you needn't get in a sweat. She's not run off with a footballer or out like that. Oh, and her mum says everything's going to schedule, so you've naught to worry about. There you are, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, although I say it myself, you look very smart. It's a nice suit, is that?
Aye. You don't look so bad yourself either, Herbert, when you're dressed up.
Cheeky. Hey, son, you're all right for a couple of bob in your pocket, are you?
Oh, yeah, I've got enough.
And what about the best man of yours? I mean, he doesn't look as though he's got the price of a box of matches to me.
Yeah, and he's not short. Well, he never spends out, does he?
True, I noticed that in the pub last night.
Bert, ask Al Brian if he's got any money.
I have, love, and he has. She's always a move behind, isn't she?
Hey, Dad, thanks a lot for, supporting me over Gail.
I think she's right for you, son. And that's why I did it, you know.
Yeah, she is.
Excuse me. I can't find me tie.
You are?
Oh, heck, I mustn't have brought one.
Don't panic, he's a right flapper. I've got a selection upstairs. Come on. Hey, what's that on your chin?
Oh, I've cut myself as well.
Don't get blood on your collar, for God's sake.
Right.
Where you two going?
Don't ask. You'll only upset yourself. Boop, boop. Excuse me.
Is he all right? Because if he is, I know there's plenty that aren't.
Hey, you look really smashing, Mum.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is my hat on straight?
Perfect.
Come here, let me look at you. That buttonhole's not right for a start.
What's wrong with it? My Dad put it in.
Oh, am I to know? Do you still feel all right?
Yeah, and it felt better.
I bet poor Gail's got butterflies.
What do you mean, poor Gail?
Well, it's taking most risk, isn't it? Like all women do.
But you've changed your tune.
Yeah. Well, the funny days, aren't they, for women? Wedding days. Let's have a look. That looks better. Do you know, love, you look right bonny.
Bonny?
Ta-da! How do I look?
Not bad.
Not bad, I look fantastic.
How's Gail getting on?
Well, a wee bit fractious and a wee bit weepy. She's decided she doesn't like her headdress. I've come out, I was going to kill her.
I better go. You haven't got any booze in this house by any chance?
Yeah, there's some gin. Hey, you're not going to give it
It's
to
for me, the hair of the St. Bernard.
Oh, I'll get it for you.
Let yourself in, it's open.
Don't worry, it's only the tally man. Oh, a miracle, they're ready.
Well, I am.
Oh, this is Frank,
Frank Wilson.
I met him outside.
Oh, yeah, your Gail's mum's,
That's right. I forgot what church we're.
Oh, it's St. Boniface, Lower Broughton. Hello, love, what are you doing here?
I forgot which church. But I know now.
Well, you better come in the taxi with me, seeing as you're here. Have you met everybody?
Yeah.
Where's the star of the show, then?
Oh, she's nearly ready. Did you find that gin, love?
Oh, no, I'll get it for you.
Thanks.
Starting a bit early, aren't we?
Oh, it's just that I need a bit of a boost. You know how it is in moments of stress. Oh.
Oh, kid, you look terrific, really terrific. Doesn't she, Audrey?
Oh, lovely. The first bride in the family.
Mom.
Oh, you haven't met Frank, have you? Now, Frank, this is Gail, as if you didn't know.
Hello?
Pleased to meet you.
You sure my headdress is all right?
Oh, don't start again, Gail.
It's absolutely gorgeous, love. Like you.
I'll second that.
Here, here.
Oh, that's better. Brian, I've told you. You get that suit all creased up if you keep sitting in it.
I can't keep standing up, can I? My knees were buckling.
All right, if you want to stand at that all-to-it seat, your pants looking like a cracked tile. Same goes for you, Andy. You'll be stood there and all, you know.
I feel sick if I stand up, Mrs. Toolsley.
Oh, Bert, can't you do something for him? Give him some more liver salts.
Give over, Martin, he'll be all right.
It'll be too late when he's being sick all over altar rails.
Hey, up, I'll get it. Don't get up, you don't live here. Hello, Steve. Come on in, lad.
How's the condemned man, then?
Waiting for you.
Oh, well, come on, then. After I've seen you two off, I've got to sort out the blushing bride. Come on.
Well,
good luck, son.
Thanks, Mum.
Same here, son. See you in church.
Okay, Dad.
Come on, Andy, buck yourself up.
Hey, you're not scriking. I mean, what are you going to be like in the church if you've started now?
Oh, shut up, Bert. You don't understand out, do you? I'll be all right anyway. Be all right as long as it says...
What? As long
Well-
as what?
As long as it's not like Doreen Baker's son were last week. That were a shambles. As long as it's respectable, Bert.
Come here. Do you know something? You are a funny ossifit. What are you?
Funny ossifit.
Give us a kiss.
Right, come on, let's be having it.
All right. Have we time for another? It's your shout.
Off to watch the wedding, Mrs. Sharples? I'd have been gone long ago if it hadn't been for him.
Well, I'll tell you what it is about weddings, shall I?
Look, is there anything that you don't have to make a pronouncement on? You're worse than Enoch Powell.
If it's natural for a chap and a woman to live together as man and wife, why do they have to go in for all this palaver? Church services, vows and rings. Because it's not natural, that's why, and so they have to make it legal. And now, come on. Sooner we get there, sooner we get back.
Are you not coming? Somebody has to hold the fort. I'll tell you everything that goes on. I'll be very disappointed if you don't.
Oh, I bet she will.
Fred?
Hey, Mrs. Walker. Wedding cards just come for Gail.
Oh, give it away from me.
Yeah, go.
Your medals are shown.
Very funny.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Okay, driver.
Take it away.
All the best, Gail, love.
What time have you got?
It's 2 minutes later than the last time you asked me.
Oh. God, and 11:10 when you're in a church.
Yeah. Feel kind of small too, don't you?
Perhaps that's the idea.
Hey, I'm feeling much better now, though.
Cool, I'm sweating.
Hey, we better be getting inside, Mum.
Who's the priest here now?
Father Harris.
Oh, he's that young one, isn't he?
Yeah. Come on, Dad.
Just a minute, let's finish me fag.
You smoke too much, you always have done.
It hasn't done as much harm, has it?
They'll be writing that on your coffee.
Yeah, taking a note. She's a bit mithered, you know what I mean?
She always had a sharp tongue, or Ivy. I sometimes wonder why you put up with her.
Hold on.
Come on, keep up with us.
Who's that with Ivy and Bert? Her parents. He's the right old cock him, but she's quiet. Hey, you haven't met my husband, have you, Jack? Jack, this is down rovers, you know. Who did you say he was? Her husband. I didn't think she liked to be seen out with him.
Best of luck, son.
Thanks, Dad.
Are you all right, love?
Yes, of course I am.
Just remember this, son. The first 50 years is the worst.
Shut up, Dad. Hey, don't forget to speak up. Stanley, kneel down.
Oh, what do I do now?
Close your eyes and try and look religious.
I can't, I'm an atheist.
I wish she'd be quick. I'm beginning to feel like another drink.
Well, go in. I'll be okay.
No, I'll wait. Have you got a fag, love? Oh, lots of the cars here. Sorry, love.
Oh, blimey.
Here we are then.
Are we late?
I keep telling you, we're dead on time. Keep calm.
I'll warm you here.
You ready?
What it love? Great, thanks.
Well, you've got a lovely day for it, haven't you?
Oh, we look lovely. You okay? Promise? Yeah.
See you then.
Everything all right, love?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. See you in church then. And don't forget, speak up. Come on.
All right. By the left.
She look a picture.
I'd like to welcome you all to the marriage of Gail and Brian, and I hope you'll all join in and enjoy the service with us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, and the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you all. And also with you. Let us pray. Almighty God, hear our prayers for Brian and Gail, who have come here today to be united in the sacrament of marriage. Increase their faith in you and in each other, and through them bless your church with Christian children. We ask this through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you and the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen.
Still more to come, is there, mate?
Yeah, but it's the last lot.
Oh, okay.
Who is that young man, Fred?
It's the disco bloke, Mrs. Walker, setting up his equipment, you know, for the do.
I see, yes.
I told him it was all right, providing he were careful.
Well, it's not his equipment I'm worried about, it's what comes out of it. Oh, young man.
Yeah.
I do realise that you have your job to do, but I would be very obliged if you could keep the decibels down tonight. You see, there's a dear old gentleman living next door. He's very frail and...
Say no more. I shall be very pianissimo. Anyway, between you and me, Mrs. Walker, I can't see this lot wanting anything too wild. More your golden elders, I think. See you later.
All right, cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Albert Tatlock, frail. Don't you worry, Mrs. Walker, he'll be here all right. Ah, you're a wicked woman.
A reading now from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians. If I am without love, it will do me no good whatever. Be ambitious for the higher gift, and I'm going to show you a way that is better than any of them. If I have all the eloquence of men or of angels, but speak without love, I am simply a gong booming or a cymbal clashing. If I have the gift of prophecy, understanding all the mysteries there are and knowing everything, and if I have faith in all its fullness to move mountains, but without love, then I am nothing at all. If I give away all that I possess, piece by piece, and if I even let them take my body and burn it, but am without love, it will do me no good whatever. Love is always patient.
You're looking very solemn, do you know that?
Never
Well, it's a very solemn occasion.
Love is never boastful or conceited. It is never rude or selfish. It does not take offense. It is not resentful. Love takes no pleasure
I
in
was
other
trying to think
people's
of the name of our
sins.
best man.
It delights.
I shouldn't bother. You only met him the night before.
It is always ready to excuse.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
To trust. To hope. And to endure whatever comes. Love does not come to an end. This is the word of the Lord. Upon these persons here present,
I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I, Gail Potter,
to witness that I, Gail Potter,
do take thee, Brian John Tilsley,
to take thee, Brian John Tilsley,
to be my lawful wedded husband,
to be my lawful wedded husband,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death us do part.
till death us do part.
You have both declared your consent before the church. May the Lord in his goodness strengthen your consent and fill you both with blessing. What God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Amen. Amen. May I have the rings, please? May the Lord bless these rings, which you give to each other as a sign of your love and fidelity. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Gail, take this ring, which I give to you as a sign of my love and fidelity.
Gail, take this ring, which I give to you as a sign of my love and fidelity.
In the name of the Father,
in the name of the Father,
and of the Son,
and of the Son,
and of the Holy Spirit,
and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Amen.
Brian, take this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity.
Brian, take this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity.
In the name of the Father,
in the name of the Father,
and of the Son,
and of the Son,
and of the Holy Spirit,
and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Amen.
In the love of man and wife, God shows us a wonderful reflection of his own eternal love. Today, Gail and Brian have dedicated themselves to one another in unending love. They will share with one another all that life brings. Let us ask God to bless them in the years ahead.
Thank you.